My God. My God. I was muted the whole time. Chat. Let me tell you something. I'm going to talk about YouTube. We're talking about YouTube for a second, okay? Over here on YouTube.com, there's an interesting conversation happening that I just said the whole thing. Decentraland and the Sandbox game are not opposed from each other, okay? We are not in a space. This is not an us versus them environment. This is us and them. Everybody's cool. We're all fine with you. We're all fine hanging out, doing our thing, enjoying your space, enjoying our space. We log off of our space. We log into your space. We do it all the time. I'm on both.
I'm in it's the metaverse. Exactly. We're on, each of us are on 50,000 different projects every day.
At the very top of this show, Davian, and Yardcraft, as you're talking about the DCL versus the Sandbox game conversation here, at the very top of our show, we highlighted something posted by at the Sandbox game earlier that talked about the general vibes of Metaverse and what is their total volume of sales, what is their total holders, all that other sort of stuff. Fully transparent, right? Fully embracing, we are the Sandbox official. We're still talking about other metaverses. We're talking about Somnium Space here. We're talking about all sorts of other things. We talk about Meta by Facebook sometimes, or whatever. Facebook by Meta, I don't know. However it works. We talk about...
We collab with Metaverse. A lot, too.
Yeah. When we had our last season, we had Bored Apes and Cool Cats and... Pudgy Penguins, I forget. So many, a bunch of them. World of Women,
Gutter Gang.
There we go. Yeah.
I mean, we did an event with Star Atlas.
Yeah. So and Star Atlas is a metaverse too, right? And we're having cross-platform sort of interoperability conversations happening all the time. And I think that's what makes the crypto space different, is that it doesn't have to be, us versus them all the time. It's not this huge competition thing or whatever. It's how can we all work together to grow the platform that is the sort of Web3 cryptocurrency integration with gaming or with social hub spacing or whatever it may be. So I really appreciate obviously seeing the passion out there, but this space is really not built to be, nor does it really have a demand for that I would say old school mindset.
My team is better than your team.
Yeah, we're not a console wars sort of thing here. And there's no need to have that space because somebody can be developing, playing, earning, doing whatever in Decentraland and say, you know what, that's fun. And I'm developing, playing, creating in the sandbox. And that's great. Cool.
Yeah. Which I got both. I'm an artist.
I was talking about it earlier in the middle of Half Dork's live stream. We were playing D&D and we kicked it off by basically talking about Star Atlas for 30 minutes, and we were like, well, it's whatever. We're enjoying the space, having a good time. Half Dork's whole D&D campaign was built, almost all of it is built in VoxEdit, the asset creation software for the Sandbox game. And it's for a tool that's completely unrelated to the Sandbox. So, interoperability is where it's at, Right. And whether, regardless of your feelings on one platform or another, there's really no reason to go actively, participate in negativity. You definitely want to participate in positivity in any space in your life because you can, you throw the negativity out there and you're just wasting your time. The only thing you're going to do is develop, people who don't want to work with you at that point. You push the positivity and you'll end up having more people want to work with you on things, with things, for things, and help everybody get to that end goal. So again, no reason to sort of defame any one group, organization, whatever.
Right.
They do their thing, we'll do our thing. We can cooperate and do great things together. So anyway, let's go to the bar here. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Please don't spam in the chat. I mean, that's just a given for anybody's chat.
Sure. I mean, yeah. It is what it is,
Yeah. Just had to get that out there. All right. We finally have dialogue with this bartender.
Now we're going to the bartender. We need to figure out if he actively likes having no one in his bar. Because this bar is not, as you say, Conrad, lived in. I mean, it sort of is. There's stuff on the tables and stuff like that. But
right. We're missing patrons, though, right?
Yeah. Who's, why is this guy not cleaned up if there's not patrons? Hello there. How can I help you on this fine day? Well, I was just looking for some information about some stolen musical instruments. And once again, for the brand new people who just popped in, as we're in kind of the introduction to the second round of 5 hours of live streaming here, when we are playtesting these experiences. So when we do playtest these experiences here live, you're going to see me say small things, but that's what it's all about. We want to take these experiences that people like you have created in the community, and we want to take them from a 9.0 and take it up to a 10.0 game, right? We want to make it as good as it possibly can be. So the show is going to intentionally be criticizing these experiences publicly, but with the intention that you can take it back inside the Game Maker software. You can redesign this experience. It's completely free to do so, and make it just a little bit better. And this person has submitted this experience to try to earn some money in a game jam competition. So hopefully, with all that being understood, when I say little things like stolen, I say that because a lot of people who are developing are not English first language speakers. And so we're going to try to help them on this show just as much as we can, because this is a global community for, a multi-billion-dollar platform at this point. All right. I guess you're here, Y-O-U-R-E. You are, good use, but when you do you are, you're going to want an apostrophe between those two words, Y-O-U-R-E, you're. The one looking for the Groove Train gear? I don't even doubt it. It's Johnny Keys. He's always been jealous of the band for moving on without him. Okay, so this brings clarity to the earlier woman who didn't specify that it was 6 members of the band. She just said, I liked them better when they were 6. So I see. I see. And where can I find him? I checked the hotel's roof. This fellow Keys is a tricky one, I tell you. This fellow, username Keys, username. His actual last name is Keys, so I like that. Tricky one, I tell you. I'll go tell him. All right. Black, white, and gray. This was the top of the hotel. Forgive me, my camera's literally right in front of that little box, so sometimes I'm like ducking and diving like boxing to try to avoid that. Is this a hotel? Hotel. Okay, so this is also a hotel, but the hotel is up the stairs, apparently. So that being the case, if it really is a hotel, I would probably put like doors you can't go in along the walls or something to represent that. Aha! And now that I've got this quest going, I've got a few more platforms that I can go on. There is a spawner here. And I know this is a spawner because it became visible when it popped. So now that I've got here, this is sort of a checkpoint, but there's no reason to make it, again, visible here. So make that one invisible. And now we know it's safe. But it's no... unless I can die when I fall, not a lot of use for that spawner, because I'll probably fall and not take any damage, and then I'll just have to walk up anyway if I don't do this perfectly. So one way that you can fix this is to have a layer, an invisible layer of an asset that when you touch it, it has an on-kill effect, or like touch, you die. That is the effect. Pretty easy to do, but make it like above the roof of everything so that you can't access it otherwise and you don't accidentally bump into it, with the exception of course, inside the mall. All right, so we sort of know this is the right way to go. We've got, I don't know why the art is blinking here, like it's some kind of screen. Other arts on the floor. I like the arts that are on the floor. They give a little depth to this. Coming down and around, we've got some more parkour. Once again, these particular parkour assets have all these like high contrast lines, which is not great for like streaming. It's a very small thing. Most of the time, your users aren't going to care about that. Maybe even you don't care about that too much, but it's something to notice. And then also, I'm noticing the like bars that you've put in for the windows poke out through the roof, which normally you wouldn't care about, but in this particular case, you're sending people to the roof. So if the bars that you're going to use are too tall, then, you're going to notice it up here. So maybe texturize the roof or make the bars just a little bit shorter. No! Oh, what? Yeah. Okay. So you did the thing, which was good. In that you put that invisible floor under the parkour area. Very smart. However, when you get to a checkpoint, you should have that checkpoint be the only checkpoint that exists in the game at any given time. So if you spawn a new checkpoint, then by default also add these additional logic objects that would destroy all the others. And then when you walk up to another checkpoint location where you're at like point blank range to another checkpoint, you could respawn that one and destroy, again, all the others, which will just get rid of your former checkpoint that was up here. So the only case where it would reactivate like that one down there by the house would be if you didn't have this invisible floor that I die on when I fall. Because in that case, then I would have walked too close to the house first, reactivated that, and not this one. So you're doing some really good things here. Let's see. Oh,
come on, Joe. This
one doesn't have it. I'm just trying to test the limits, see what we can do. Jumped and fell right there.
And Sparky wants to know, where did you get that hat? Was that from this experience?
Yes, this hat was in this experience specifically as one of the pickable items that's just on the ground. Same thing with this little shield here. Did you just come on me for some parkour?
I did.
Can't believe you. So we know that the thing that I mentioned earlier, that invisible floor, doesn't exist here near this spawner. Maybe they thought, it's close enough, it doesn't matter or whatever. But and in this instance, you can see it does matter. All of this, it would have been just a little bit faster. I love the Game Dizzy said cool parkour like a second before I fell. Like a duh. All right. No.
Oh, nice save.
Why did it roll? I am dumb. Wow. I didn't land on that. It never actually happened. That last voxel.
These lines are messing with my mind.
Yeah. They will do that. They're a little bit trippy. Slow and steady. Do. No! Oh, man. Moving platform that I was not patient for. And now I spawned down here by Town Lady. So I got to go all the way back around again. Might not be bad to have another little checkpoint up there. But not awful, I guess, that we're sort of punishing me for being bad. I just personally, I think, we could make the parkour more complex even. And then possibly also hide it a little bit better by putting clouds up here and then having these musical, keyboard platforms above the clouds, something like that. That would make it, a little bit more mystical, magical. Because at this point, like, unless these things are charged by the power of music, they don't make a lot of sense in your very realistic theme so far. But I mean, I like them. I like the parkour that is here. All right. Username play game for fun. Asking a question here live that I'm going to answer. This is a good one. It says, when making a game and submitting the form, creators can add up to 4 wallets. And this is for a game jam competition. Is it possible to work on the same game at the same time on 4 different accounts / PCs? This being collaborate on one experience. And it is play game for fun. What you want to do for that particular case, and this is totally okay and totally normal to do. We've seen even Game Jam winners do this in the past. Create a new account that you and everybody else knows the information for. So this is just for your one Game Jam game. You're collabing, whether it's with people you know or people you're not familiar with, and because that new wallet will not ever have money on it, right? The wallets that you submit when you submit your form for the Game Jam are unique wallet addresses that are not the one that you made to make the game with, right? So you actually have like 5 different associated wallets, but only 4 developers that you're sending the funds to. And you're not technically, typically we're supposed to have like teams of 4, but you're not really limited to 4 humans that can work on it. You could even have more than that, but you would have to have trusted humans, essentially, that could disseminate this sand down to other people if you were to do a larger team of stuff like that. So, yes. All right. So, let's see. Here we go. I'm going to try to...
All right, Joe. I'm paying attention again. I believe in you. Sparky's Nichols saying you've had some clippable reactions so far.
Very good. Hope so. My frustration has been pretty popular on the internet. I could have totally done that, but I had no faith that the platform was going to stay there, and I didn't want to fall again.
I believe in you.
Belize is a country.
That's why I say that.
It's pretty fun.
Oh, that one didn't look like it was going to make it.
Nope, not at all. So all of these jumps can be made without using the shift key for running. That being the case, I feel like they're not that difficult, which can be okay. But like these, there's almost no reason to even have like spacing on them. Johnny Keys. Oh, hi there. Oh, wow, you're really cordial and nice, Johnny Keys. I thought you'd be a jerk. Somebody said you were angsty and really upset. I'm Johnny Keys. We finally
kind of looks like you.
Yeah, I mean,
So you took off your glasses?
Miami Vice or CSI Miami shades on, So I could be like, wow! Or whatever they do on that show. Anyway. Oh, hi there. Oh, man, these other glasses are really dirty. Oh, man, I thought I was changing up to some clean ones, you know what I mean? Oh, hi there. I'm Johnny Keys. We finally meet. Give back that piano you stole. Wow, I'm just right straight to the point. All right. No way. This is my piano that I put on the roof or probably maybe somewhere. You'll have to fight me for it. Well, luckily I have this BFS, BF sword out here. So be it. Johnny Keys, get the heck kicked out of you. Sorry, Johnny Keys. You died. You defeated me. All right, you misspelled defeated here. Not a big deal, but it's not defeated with 2 E's. It's just one E. Well, tell me the truth. Did you steal the gear just to get back to the band? Get back at the band? Or do you want to be back in? Okay. I do anything to get back into the band. Not get back to the band, but get back into the band. I'd do anything to get back. Well, okay, I'll talk to the CEO and see what I can do. Johnny dies.
And then he dies.
All right. I got happily ever after. We don't have all the instruments.
So the CEO is the one that controls who's in the band?
All right.
I feel like you're going to get stuck if you go in there.
That's why I'm not going to go in there. But I did test to see if the water was water. There's no ladder to get out of this giant pool you made on the roof. So if somebody was to come up here and be like, oh, hey, cool, real big pool. They jump in, gone forever. They're never getting out. And they just, they're going to feel like they wasted whatever amount of time they did to play this. WMG logo spinning up here. Pretty cool. I would actually put this on like some kind of post or pillar right in the middle and not make it so that I could jump through it. Just like walk up to it and a text box comes up and says like, oh, wow, this is a really cool sign or whatever. Let's go downstairs this way. The door is now open, but it doesn't open.
Hey, the door's open.
Hey, the door's open. All right, we go through. We got a bunch of people here. A whole band, in fact, including the murdered Johnny. He's down here. He's chilling. Got a bassist, a guitar. I didn't actually get the guitar because there were no posters for the clues. So I'm probably about to get a victory in this game without actually finding the band's gear because I did them out of order. Game Dizzy saying, I must sleep. I'll see you later. The Sandman is calling your name, All right, thank you so much for not only finding the missing gear, but also bringing back our beloved pianist, Johnny. Join us again for the reunion concert. You're welcome. Victory.
I thought Johnny was a bad guy.
Johnny was the bad guy. But they were just like, oh, you stole our stuff? Welcome back into the band, Johnny. So I feel like we've got some...
Why was he kicked out of the band in the first place? I missed that story beat.
I don't know. So we've got a couple of plot holes here, and we've got some inconsistency with the play. In that, we had, we know that the pawn shop owner wanted us to go look at posters to figure out which guitar, which turns out now I know is the neon green one. Which guitar do I need to take off the wall at the pawn shop because it was stolen, and the pawn shop owner is just apparently going to give it to me. So I would say avoid that a little bit and say, hey, if you want it, you need to go make some money. Because the pawn shop owner is not just going to give it to you. You're not the police. They don't care,
Right. You're gonna have to go get a warrant, right?
Yeah, right. So go make some money and we'll think about it. And then at that point, you could have like, I don't know, literally anything come up. You start busking with the busker, right? Again, go back to him and be like, hey, can you help me make a little bit of money? And he could be like, yeah, sure. Just, play this instrument or something. Pick it up, make them equip the instrument. Wait 10 seconds. The instrument is now your weapon instead of this sword that I have. And then we go back because, we get a clue from somebody about which guitar it was. Yeah, I think the guy played a neon green V-shaped guitar. Whatever. Flying V. I don't know what do you call that? What is that called?
It's called a flying V, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. So, you go back to the pawn shop and you're like, hey, I got your money. Here you go. Here's your guitar. Great. And we go on. Now we go underground. Hey, some thugs were roughing up somebody in the garage under the mall. Go get them. We go get the thugs. We beat them up. And I broke the game in that the thugs were always there and you could always beat them up. And all the rest of the quests triggered, sequentially. So we could do everything after that in the normal operative, flow. Hopefully with those other suggestions that we've left so far. Overall, it's got a fine narrative beat.
Yeah, I mean, it's got You have the bones to a really solid experience here. My suggestion going forward in my opinion, my suggestion going forward for these game jams is lower the scale and scope of what your goals are to match what you have time for. Because it's clear that you had something really grandiose going on here, especially with that mall build, with how large you made the experience here. But there was no time to texture things, and there's no time to add in NPCs to really make it feel lived in, right?
Right.
We didn't have a crowd, and our narrative beats kind of got lacking because of that.
Yeah, and you have, a world that feels lived in has people interacting with each other that have nothing to do with you, right? Like spawning 2 NPCs that have 2 text bubbles that come up over their head where they have a conversation that has nothing to do with you can go really, really far. So maybe, if you're going to have the busker in the space, have somebody walking in the park along those trails up and down the park, or like a couple of kids playing. I think there was like a jungle gym or whatever out there, and like a mom or a dad like sitting on a bench reading a newspaper, not paying attention to their children, like happens in real life all the time. And like that kind of thing will do it all. Like the parent or the adult is like, wow, that's so crazy what's happening in the news, because they're holding a newspaper. And you can do that pretty easily with relatively little work. I think the importing of the assets was fine, not ideal, but fine.
If you are going to import assets, you got to edit them and like shave down those faces.
Yeah, 100%. If you did that, cleaned them up so that they're not super rounded, then they're going to go a really long way. But having them in there, the problem that we really, I think, had with those unoptimized assets is you had this not lived in world, this empty space. And then also suddenly these like relatively high fidelity assets just like dropped in the middle of emptiness. Like this room right here, I think the coffee table is probably fine. It's nice. The chair is pretty high fidelity compared to everything else. And then you just have this like blank white openness. Like put down a carpet, with no collision on, that's right here to pull the space together. Or, again, this is the CEO's
feng shui, man.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a CEO's suite, there's probably some bookshelves on the side, or like a bar, or I don't know what CEOs in their whatever penthouse room.
Even if they're a minimalist, there's usually something to tie the room together to make it, a part of their opulence, right? Because it's a CEO, usually they're show-offs, usually they have something they're proud of, and they want to have it available to, admire, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, also, right now, the left side wall has like those gold records, which was good, and that's smart. So then let's put in a couple more elements in here. Like literally, if you got rid of those bushes in the corner that are perfectly spherical, because you rendered them in that like 3D 2 voxel thing, if you got rid of those bushes, you could use the number of faces that are in that to make an entire bookshelf wall, and it would still look good. So in fact, it'd probably look better than those 2 bushes. Takes a little more time, but worth doing. All right.
Yeah. Bashul says, based on the instruments I see, I can't say which genre of music they're playing. Well, that's the beauty of music, is that they could be playing anything with those ones. One of my favorite metal bands has a saxophone, piano, and a stand-up bass. So you get some weird stuff like that are out there. Shout out to Vitalism.
Yeah.
Also, Joe, what is that drink you got there?
It's literally just 2 different Red Bulls that I put together. So I have like regular Red Bull, and then I have the winter edition, whatever that means. This thing is fig apple apparently.
You weirdo.
Yeah. I just wanted to stay hype.
Right, for sure.
All right.
Sparky wants to know if your heart's okay.
Is my heart okay? My heart is full because you're here, Sparky.
There we go. All right, we got a legitimate question from Barfable.
All right.
Last one, I promise. Doesn't have to be the last one. Ask away. We can always answer what we can. If a landowner wants to use an NFT as a key to access his experience right now, does he need to sell it on OpenSea?
Oh, yeah. Sorry about missing that. Our chat was a little glitched earlier. I think I saw it right as we came back, but we were still in intermission. First, it doesn't have to be something that you made in the Sandbox game at all. The way that our gating system works could be with an NFT from a different company entirely. Like we tested it in Alpha Season number 3 during limited time offerings. People who owned World of Women NFTs. It's a 10K profile picture collection or whatever PFP stands for. My brain doesn't. I literally will never get rid of profile picture, even though profile isn't spelled like it's not two different words. Anyway,
right.
That asset allowed you access to a limited time event there. And you could do the same thing when that opens to the general community for gating functions. But so you could sell it on OpenSea, I guess. You could sell it directly on the marketplace at Sandbox.game once you can create and publish assets on your own. And then or you could do whatever, you know. All right. So
the next one on the list is going to be WMGville.
Okay.
Last seen on page 19. So let me double check for you here.
All right.
That way you don't have to do some crazy exploring.
Find it.
I got you, friend.
I want to find it real quick. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Why am I doing that? Nobody knows, you know?
Okay.
We're going to find it. Okay. WMGville. Okay. I don't think it's this far. I think it went too far. Okay.
He knows too much.
He knows too much.
He's gone too far.
I said he's gone too far, man. Why are we this way? I feel like I'm way too far. I'm on like page 29, 30. There's no way.
WMG games have moved forward. It says Paul, life made me.
There it is.
Or life made me Paul.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I did notice that. I wasn't positive if every game.
Which one did you say it was?
And I got shifted. We were playing WMGville.
Okay. It's just. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find you.
We're gonna find it. Chat. We got this. It might take us a second, but we got this. Everything got shifted. I wonder where that is.
I don't know. I got it. It's WGM though.
13.
On 13. Bottom right. I got it. We got it together.
That's WGMville. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wild.
Interesting.
Does Joe singing doo-doos? No, because Panda's bingo card is for Panda stuff. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong about that. I didn't actually look into it. I just saw it and I just assumed Panda's bingo card is stuff Panda's doing. But we need a Joe card. Whoa. Hold up.
Okay.
So
your favorite thing.
And literally the very worst thing that could possibly happen in video games happened to me immediately. In my opinion. And that is, I can see all sorts of cool stuff, and I can't go there because you have an invisible wall that I can apparently also just jump up and over. And now I broke your game. Can I get back? I can.
Yep.
It says talk first. Well, let's, you know what?
Let's see how much we can, break here.
Okay. How did I jump over it before so easily, and now this time I cannot? What?
You got to jump better. I
gotta
don't know.
jump. I gotta get good at jumping. I think that's why they changed the.
Oh, we know to talk to the beggar. It says talk first. We'll get to him.
Fine. We'll do it. We'll talk to him. So what I was trying to do there, keep in mind again, this is all about quality assurance. It's about testing your experiences and seeing how we can break them.
Right. We're not trying to play it exactly the way that the dev intended. We're going to play it like a 5-year-old might try.
Right, did you see that
and
spot?
Try and break the game.
Where the shadow lies. That's a way you can jump over the whole wall. And you do like a slight wiggle right there.
So then let's restart and let's see if the quest will continue. So Lars is going to be our first goal.
Okay. So we're going to try to jump over the wall and talk to Lars, right? We're jumping
and also
sort of wiggling.
8.0 or 0.8 is not out yet. So don't add us in the chat about the double jump right now.
I'm breaking the game. I'm breaking the game. I've got to break it.
Try using the corner, like Paul suggested. Other corner.
Not easier in this corner. Not easier.
No, you had that sweet spot.
I did. No, I don't. What's happening? What's happening?
I'm curious to see if our by verse and art. We know to trigger the quest is the first quest is going to be talking to the beggar. We just want to see if the logic will break if you skip this very first instance.
This is not working well. Remember
you
when
did it so easy?
I know, the first time, like there and back, I was like, nope, yep, easy to get.
Maybe go back it up and then jump at it.
I'm just gonna use my other hand.
I believe in you.
Click faster, Joe. Can I do it? No. Try walking speed in the corner. Oh, you want me to do walking speed? I forget how to do that. How do you do that again?
There's you can like wiggle while you do it, like super fast. No, okay.
Corner.
I'm pretty certain that oh, here we go. But I think that there's 2 different invisible walls that are meeting in that middle section, and that's what's causing you to jump there.
Yeah.
So this 100%. is getting you some height, though.
All right. Well,
I really do like this avatar.
I'm over it. I'm walking through the door. It's not great, but not awful. What you want to do if you must have invisible walls, which I disagree with vehemently, then just put an invisible roof on it. I can't break it that way. Clearly, it was breakable, but not easily reproducible, so acceptable.
Sparky, this game is WGMville.
Has more invisible walls.
I believe we were on page 13.
Were you later gonna put in walls? Or what?
No, this is just a house of madness for you.
What's happening here? This is...
Are you trying to get over more?
The sign doesn't have physics turned on, but nothing does. Air has physics turned on. It's a personal gripe of mine. Forgive me, chat. Like, apparently this is a door, but there's no walls, so why is there a door? You know, what are we doing over here? Lars, somebody tell me. Starlet? All right, that's my name. My name's Starlet. But wait, nope, not a proper name. He's just talking a bunch of stuff. He's assuming I'm not big on the internet. All right, he's assuming I don't have a TikTok with like millions of views right now. Okay, he's assuming I don't have an Instagram following of like 36 people. All right, he's calling me a starlet. Like I'm not huge already. Like I'm not big on the internet. Okay, welcome to the House of Music. First, we need you to measure your basic musical knowledge. Musical knowledge. Let's see if you know some musical instruments for this. Question mark? Period there instead of a question mark. If you're ready,
Right.
let's get started. Let's do it. Do I know musical instruments? What's this?
Do you know what that is, Joe?
I'm supposed to know what this is without being able to see what it is, quite frankly. I'm going to call it a scyther. I was correct. Because, that's all the other ones were easily well.
Oh, I don't like that.
What? Chat, somebody give me positive vibes right now. Somebody give me good energy right now because I'm going to freak out.
That NPC's trying to talk to you through the wall.
No, they're just walking. Casual walking.
They were trying to give you good vibes.
There is no indicator, all right? No indicator that Sparky, you have that many TikTok followers? Yeah, at least 36, Sparky. There's no indicator that this is a floor. I assumed that it wasn't, and that I was going to pitfall into that area and then have to maybe climb back up. Can you even climb back up? This is also a floor. Chat, give me something that makes it look like it's a glass floor if it's a glass floor. If, as Fashul says over on twitch.tv, I am Neo and I'm in the Matrix over here, then great. Like, I don't know. Still, there is no spoon kind of going on for my brain here. It doesn't work. I'm a gamer. Little, What kind of instrument is this? It's not drum. It's not a drum. It's not a violin. It's not a saxophone. It's a guitar. And it doesn't matter if I know the answers here.
Those are drums.
Because I could...
Not a drum. Those are drums.
Those are drums with an S. It's not a drum. There's more than one drum. This is a saxophone. All right. Okay. Talk to Lars too. Good. You know musical instruments. Let's listen to your voice now. Go downstairs and make a demo recording. Okay. How do I go downstairs?
There. Oh, okay.
Okay. Bruh. The stairs have opacity, but the floor doesn't, and the walls don't. I'm freaking out, man. Freaking out. The producer's got a glass wall with the building.
I would have done maybe laser beams or some sort of just any sort of indicator to say hey, you can't walk past this, instead of simply having an invisible wall. Yeah, that's the gripe here. That's it. Otherwise, so far it's super futuristic. I like the character design. This has been a fun design overall. Feels very music-y.
Okay, so
theme is working.
This guy's trying to figure out if I know how to sing. And you've got us in the basement in the recording studio. We're recording. That's all well and good. But in that 20 seconds, where the quest literally tells me just wait 20 seconds, there should be automatically spawning, activating on their own text bubbles that are coming up over my character's head that says singing or clears throat, starts singing, lyric, music stops, whatever it is. Exactly. Yeah. Something's got to happen there because I get it, and this is not the first time we've seen it, but the first time that we saw it, a different experience did I'm going to do a vocal recording. It was 6 seconds, which is it's right at the limits of oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm recording. But if it's 20 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, I want to feel like I'm actually learning about what is this song that is being made here. And now we're going back upstairs. We're going to talk to Lars again. Something relatively basic. Wow, you have an angelic voice. I didn't hear it. I didn't see it. You should definitely make an album. Thank you. But you'll need to pay money in music compositions. Walk around town and try to find it. Oh, you will need money and music compositions. You don't need to pay.
Walk around town and find money, dude.
So we're making our way around town. Walking fast. We're opening doors because invisible walls. Diddly-diddly-doo.
There was a
sense. But
there was a painting or like a bulletin board.
Grace, bro, Grace. We need you to get your stuff together. Pour a little water.
Good lived-in moment. We have an NPC that's not necessarily important.
Do you want to read something? See, yeah, this guy's got a library, but no walls. So, still. Like, that's the thing, is like all of these little houses or buildings or whatever they are, they're great on their own. But I assume it was like a time constraint thing. Maybe.
No, it's definitely an artistic choice here.
Like, look at this. Like, there's a bird's nest that would have been on a house. But there's no house.
It's cool.
It's just
look
flying.
Up. Oh, what's to come here?
I see that. Yeah, there's some.
Oh, that's cool.
That parkour. There's a lot going on. They clearly started with the parkour, and then they were like, "I'm gonna build out this."
Right. I honestly think this was done on purpose, and I really like it. I would really like to see some sort of indicator that says like it's a laser house or a glass house.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no, it's not bad by any means. That's a lot of people.
No, look. The blue lines, you can get stuck on them or between them. Like, there's an invisible
that's weird.
box inside each parking space that shouldn't be there. Just shouldn't be there at all. And it's wasted additional logic. That's, you're getting nothing out of that. This house, there's a manager in it. I can't open it yet. All right. Here we go. That person is hungry. So they're just going to beat me up. And I can't do anything about it? Wait. I can't take damage either. Huh.
They just don't like you.
Just going to beat me up. Do I need to be in there?
Can you hit that panel next to that door back there?
What? Something here. Oh. Like flying music notes have collision boxes that are hitting me. WGM TV. You can't click it. It's just an identifier, which is not a bad identifier. I kind of like that there. Car cemetery. You misspelled cemetery. Oh, never. No, you didn't. I'm dumb. Car cemetery is spelled correctly.
Car cemetery.
Need one more.
Game Dizzy suggests that you might be a superhero who can just see through walls. Fashul wants to know how do they use the restroom, which might be a little difficult.
Just everywhere, you know what I mean? Like who needs a.
And then our friend Karthik over there on YouTube suggests that there are invisible cars in that parking lot.
Are there? There could be. It could very well be. All right. Oh, that was my way up. Go upstairs and collect some music sheets. So the beggar and his dog suggesting we go upstairs. I think that's interesting that you would qualify this as upstairs because there are no stairs. And, it's also in the sky. It's kind of magical. So I'd probably just not call it upstairs at all. Be like, hey, we don't really know why, but I don't even know how would you tie this together, Conrad? Like for why this makes any kind of logical sense, even if it's like mythic or something.
So our friend Bisonverse Art, hopefully I'm saying your name correctly, informs us that everything in this game is a reference to a 2003 movie called Dogville, which I can see now. It's been a long time since I've thought about that movie. But how to tie this around... I don't know. I really do, as Game Dizzy puts, I love the atmosphere. It's like its artistic direction is fantastic. I really like all the musical notes. It's really cool. But why are we coming up here?
Well, there's some notes over there that I
know we need to get the notes.
Get to, and I don't want to walk on this invisible space because
you know you're not
notes
gonna
are
fall.
flying through it. All right.
There was no possible way as a gamer we could have done that, but we should have assumed.
I basically here's my mindset when I did that, right? It was I'm standing on this platform. I want to do everything I can to not fall down and have to walk all the way back up this entire like little parkour adventure, right? It's not a very long one and it's not bad, certainly doable. But when I get up here, I don't want to have to feel like I got to risk it all, to go get this music
leap of faith, Joe.
Over here. What was that?
I said it's a leap of faith.
Yeah, but that's it. I don't want to do a leap of faith necessarily because I don't, it's probably, just me to a certain extent of like, not wanting to, I don't want to say like waste time, but like the part of my brain that says like, yeah, you did a good job would be really frustrated if I got up here and like getting to over there meant like jumping around that or something, right? So any kind of visual indicator, sometimes it's like little magic fairy dust that is the floor. That's fine because then I'll know that there is a floor here, but there's nothing telling me that this is a floor.
Yeah, not hammer it down enough. Please let us know that there's an invisible wall there and a reason for its existence.
Right. It's okay if the very first dude, like that beggar who was sitting there, if he says, oh, there's a mystical magical force that has created like, or has taken all of the walls down in our city. Something like that. Or
check it out, this magical, like, check it out, the WMGville has super dope laser walls.
Right.
Beep,
like,
beep, beep, and that's,
Yeah. And then from there you have the like outline of the floor and like, you don't even have to make walls at that point. If they're super dope laser walls, you could make the outline of the floor and then just make like vertical pillars of light. Not even all the way there, on the corners only. And it would still have the same effect that you want to have, but make it clear that like floors and, whatever.
Yeah, give us a narrative beat that ties it together.
Yeah.
And as far as like why this is existence up here, maybe that's like your thoughts, I was trying to really think about that. Maybe it's like your mind, like where like you're trying to come up with the music, right?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like if you were to go over here and we replace the beggar with like, hey, zen out, man. You got to really get in the vibes to be up here.
Right.
Or
find
like
the
that.
pocket. Like get in the pocket of creating some music. Let's go.
Yeah. Like, then you get up on this and on your way up, you're like, oh, you start to feel the beat, and we get in a little bit halfway through here and it's like, oh,
get that musical change,
get the tempo down, that kind of stuff. So we can have those things pop up as little text bubbles and they can build this world of this like ethereal sort of magic, whatever, without it seeming out of place or incorrect. Go to the House of Music, find the producer and make an album. I think that was over here. Oh, accidentally jumped down into your house. My bad.
Wait, is this one of the houses that was locked?
Yep. Hey, You must be a starlet. The manager's waiting for you downstairs. You ever just skip half the game? Here we go. You can't go down there. All right.
No, you can.
No, I mean, you can via stairs, but
Right,
there's a hole in
right.
the floor. Okay, the manager. Interact, and I can't take his quest.
Can't interact. So now we have to jump out because there's no roofs.
There's no roofs. How do I jump out? Hopefully. Come on. Get out. I'm sorry for the wiggling, chat. I'm trying to get out.
Oh, you're killing me.
Yeah, it's bad because of all the lines. Just close your eyes. Close your eyes and,
How's it going, Bonzas? Over on YouTube, and welcome to the party. Baihu Claw on Twitch. We're just testing out people's games.
Her head.
Oh,
there we go.
Yeah. We couldn't use the secretary. We accidentally jumped in there from the top.
Yep. Yeah, when you first, I got in there out of time, Vivers.
Right.
I fell from up here, and you can go down into any building because there's no roof.
So we did something in video game industry called sequence breaking, where we had accidentally skipped the intended sequence, or sometimes it's intentional for various glitched runs, things like that, like speedrunners. But we had skipped the actual quest line, and if it was able to be active, we could have just continued on with the quest. That's why I wanted Joe to jump out in the very beginning to see if we could skip that beginning quest to see if the logic was there already, but it wasn't active yet.
All right, hey, finally you were able to collect the things you need to make an album. You're a rising star. Your album is ready. But your work does not end here. To be a great artist, you have to find yourself a manager. Thanks. I'll take my record and I'm out, bro. I'm outie. Oh, jeez, still freaking out. Okay, logistics chief. Is this guy going to give you a manager? No. But the secretary is probably going to. Now I could have gone into the manager's office. Okay. What up? Must be the future star Lars was talking about. If you want to move forward on this path, you need a good manager. You've come to the right place, starlet. Producer said his album is ready. Now is the time to make you popular in town. If you were the manager and you're trying to work with a prospective client, you would not say that it's the producer's album. The producer is going to make money off of you and your album. So the manager is going to follow that vibe. They're going to say, producer said your album is ready, not his album. Now is the time to make you popular in town. Go to the logistics with an S building, and negotiate with Mike for the distribution of the album. All right, let's do it. Meet Mike P. Mike P. Go to the logistics building and find Mike P. Nope, not the chief of logistics. Going in the building to talk to Mike P. Hello.
Can you stop saying that?
What? What, his name?
Yes.
You're
cracking me up, Joe.
You don't want me to say Mike P? What about that? What about that? Don't you? What about that? Don't you like?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Mike P. Hello. He says the manager would come. I heard you have an angelic voice. You could hear it on my new record, available at the manager's office. You also prepared your album. Is that correct? I didn't do any of the preparation for my album, so no. You also had your album's already pressed. That's probably what I would say here. If you're gonna make an album and it's already on vinyl, vinyl gets pressed into the shape that it is so that the little needle can scratch it up and make the noise, make the good sound. You also prepared your album second. Yes, I made an album. So let's get started with distribution. Replace so here I say, great. Mike P's excited to take your money, right? Mike P's excited to be your logistics manager because he's hyped about your album that he can sell and take your cash. He just wants 5% of all your money. So, great.
Oh, I know, not Jackie Chan.
Let's get started with distribution. Talk to the logistics chief and deliver the albums. I'll take care. I will take care of the rest. If you exist, as they say, you'll be a big star. Replace this with, if you are as good as they say, you will be a big star. Good luck. Thanks.
Oh, thank you, Sparky's Nickel, for the clarification for all of the adults in the chat.
What? All right. So we got the logistics. This is the box. I knocked it over. I'm taking it. I'm dropping it. Delivered. Box. Logistics chief. You brought the albums. I'll handle the rest. You still have a lot of work to do. Now go and talk to your manager. Okay. Here we go. So at this point, here's something that I'm running into with this gameplay. Typically, when you make an experience of some kind, you want it to be like sort of 30 to 60 seconds of downtime with 30 to 60 seconds of highly engaging content. And so far, once we got done with the like sort of mystical, magical parkour that's happening up here, the fun parts of the game are kind of gone now. I'm feeling this game is a little bit more like, go get this, go talk to them. Go get this, go talk to them. Nobody has anything like super compelling to say. It's like, here is the process by which you might make music. That's what it feels like overall. So if you could find ways to break it up, like something unexpected happens here, instead of like everything going perfectly smoothly. And then you have a challenge of some type that requires, again, like, oh man, I pressed all your music, but somebody came and they stole your music. And where did it go? The only clue I have is that they left a book behind. And then now you've got to go figure out among these buildings which one was associated with books. Oh, it's this guy over here with the library. Since I can see through the walls, why not? Now I go accost this old man. Do you want to read something? I want to read where my albums are, old man. Right. Give me my albums back. You know, make it a little bit more engaging.
Or they left behind their symbol.
Right.
The music. The music strikes again.
Geez.
It looks like a strange P with a squiggle. Could this be the artist formerly known as?
Mike P. It was Mike P. The whole time.
This guy gets it.
He did it. The logistics officer stole your albums, and he's going to sell them in the third-party market illegally.
Right.
Anyway. So, you know, we're going to make it a little bit more engaging in that regard.
How's it going, Poland and Renato over on YouTube? Which game are you questioning, Poland? They ask how this game works, sir.
Sure.
And are we speaking of VoxEdit creation software, or are we speaking of the Game Maker program, or this specific game here that we're playing in the games gallery?
I think we're talking
either way,
about
Joe.
The experience available inside the Sandbox Game Maker gallery. You could download the Sandbox Game Maker for free. Sandbox.game. We've got thousands of different experiences of varied levels of design. Inside the gallery, those experiences that get uploaded there are by people like you who are building and developing with this tool, getting better over time. Some of them are games that they have completely finished and they've submitted it for competitions, like this experience was submitted for a competition. They're hoping to get in the top 10 and win upwards of thousands of dollars in prizes given out as Sand cryptocurrency tokens. Now, otherwise, they may be experiences from somebody who just opened it for the first time. They have no idea what they're doing, and they load up a default template and drop 4 wolves on it, and they go, this is a game, and they learn from there. So it's all the way between those two spectrums of experiences in the gallery. If you want to play games that are completely finished right now, Lunar New Year experience open, Sandbox.game, click the play button in the top left, you'll download a client, and you can start to play for free right now. But, yeah.
Okay,
That's how it
Joe.
works. That's how this game works. All right, what do we got?
So earlier we had a forum in the chat for a Wizzy hat.
Yeah.
And in that forum, I had asked our chat, with the Wizzyverse expanding, what would you like to see happen with the Wizzy world? And the winner of this chat had said, I would like to see a social hub so we can always hang out.
Oh,
We can always hang out with the other Wizzies.
literally,
I like that.
actually, 100% already definitely going to happen. The land that was sent specifically to my wallet is the intention of, like, my public wallet has only got the one land for that. So the
Spoilers.
social hub is core. I'll say that one thing that I want to do with that social hub specifically that really hasn't been done is design assets with intent. And by that, I mean, like, I'm not just going to use default grass in there. We're not going to use default buildings, right? When we design something for that space, like if I design a building that looks thematically like what you would imagine a Wizzy themed building is going to look like, and if there's like a lamp hanging off of, and we're talking about like an old lantern lamp, because I kind of imagine that's the era, like, an old lantern lamp is hanging off there, and that oil lamp has a nice lighting effect to it, but the wind is blowing from east to west in that experience. So that lamp is going to blow east to west. And with that in mind, literally every blade of grass in the experience is going to blow from east to west. Every thing that's happening in there.
Go on, full
is with
details,
regards
chat.
to animation. That's the quality that we expect to be
Anyways,
putting
the
out.
winner of that hat
All right.
is Besmer over
Besmer.
on youtube.com. Besmer.
You know what?
Congratulations.
Yeah, I don't know which enunciation it is. But congratulations to you.
Yeah. It's a great idea, though, having a social hub where everybody can hang out. And it is
Absolutely.
definitely going to be made with care, as Joseph is giving us some beans here.
Yeah. I also, the only other like really super core thing, aside from all the lore mechanics that Alex and I have kind of been discussing and working on, is that I would like to have the most difficult parkour experience ever made in the Sandbox game in that experience. So difficult.
You know, I got a guy for that.
Is it you?
Is one box still inside the chat?
One box might be, yeah. But
One box is up there with the impossible challenges.
yeah. I'm not going to detail how impossible it is, but I would like it to be so impossible that ideally nobody can complete it for at least a year with no changes being made.
Okay, so it's going to be like some getting over it with Bennett Foddy kind of thing?
Just 100% BS difficult parkour challenge.
I'm with it. Well,
So-
Joe, I'm going to put another form in the chat.
Okay.
And what is this form for, Joseph? Thank you so much.
Sure, this forums.gle/CWZ6I, etc. link that just went out is for a Wizzy themed NFT. This NFT would get you access to the social hub that somebody just asked about, among, dozens of other experiences. And then beyond that, a multi-year roadmap of further experiences. But most importantly, what it does right now, you can wear it inside any combat-based experience in the Sandbox Game Maker experiences or in the Sandbox Game Metaverse, where they are not social hubs. And in the future, with an upcoming update to the Sandbox game, you will be able to wear it in social hubs, but not to having the effects that it would in a combat-based experience, just for style. All right. An opportunity for you to promote your song on a TV show. Well, go to, should it say we have an opportunity, maybe? I forgot if there was a text right before this, but I'm pretty sure this is the first thing there. So we have an opportunity for you to promote your song on a TV show. Go to WGMTV and join the show. Get people to love you. Wow. TV show. Thanks. Wow. Dot. Exclamation mark. Yeah. Wow. TV show. Period.
Wow.
Thanks. Period. All right. WGMTV. We're going in. The doors are double high, but they don't open double high. Yes, they do. Wow. All right. Everybody.
If you say wow one more time, Joe.
Wow. Do you like
Killing me.
You like that? Wow. He did it. All right. The secretary says, everybody waiting to you. Studio is downstairs. Again, this is okay. English not our first language. That's totally normal. This should say, everybody is waiting for you. The studio is downstairs. Studio is downstairs is fine. If you want the secretary to seem like she is kind of doesn't care about you and she's kind of bored of your existence, wants you to go away, you say, studio's downstairs. Right? You're like, get out of here.
You give some character, right?
Yeah. I'm okay with that. I like that.
The sassy secretary.
Yep. We're coming downstairs. Got the secretary again, just immediately. Same character model.
It kind of jump scared me, I'll be honest.
All right. Got some other people here.
Again, we have glass. I'm
yeah, there's
really
glass here.
The glass.
There's glass inside, but not glass on the outside, you know. Right, we got a lot of downward walking. There's a lot of stairs down.
This is really far down here.
Yeah. We're very
what was
much
that
in the
text
basement.
bubble?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Hey, everybody is waiting for you. Hurry up. Well, don't make it like 6 floors underground, my guy. All right. So we got a live studio audience. All right.
I don't think they're alive, though.
They are chilling. And some of their necks are super long. You see that? These people, giraffes out here.
That's a lot of fun. Oh my goodness.
So we're coming in an interview with a vampire. I'm just kidding. The devil themselves is giving me an interview. Look at those eyes, bro. That's crazy. Are you real?
It's really cool.
All right. I'm pushing the button. Oh, they activated now. These people are they're robots. They're robots. That's what happened. They're all robots. They were just chilling, and then they were like,
yeah.
You could hear those servos going off, bro. All right, so we're singing a song.
I have been made to funk.
For the second time. You cannot stop the funk.
So yes, we have a very long timer here where there's no activity going on. Right. Sure, it's a little lively, but again, it doesn't need to be that long, or give the players something to do.
So
like
here's
dance it up or something like that, right?
Here's my brain. You remember earlier when I talked about when we did the recording, if it's going to be that long, it should have the lyrics like popping up.
Right.
So let's pretend that you did that. If you had done that, then you come back to this stage, studio audience, right? And you want to do it again. So this time, because people are in the audience, maybe these people know your song. Maybe that distributor actually distributed some albums, and now you're getting on TV to publicize it or whatever. You usually get on TV to publicize it after it's been out or after you put on an EP so they can hear your one most popular song. So we come back to this stage, we click it, and a text bubble should come over my character's head where I'm singing it again. Same text bubbles you had before. But then put one in the middle of the audience over here. Also, another text bubble. And it's singing the song because the people in the crowd know it. Another one over here. They know it. So you're over here on your stage. You're doing your thing. You're singing your song. And you're seeing progress happen in your game. You're world building with this progress. Now you have fans. You started off as somebody just recording your first album because you got the chops to sing. Now they can sing. And you're having a good time. Now we go back to the manager. We're feeling good. We're feeling fresh. We're feeling like all these tasks we've done have progressed something. There, it felt a little bit like it was just a stage studio audience, especially the fact that they're all like literally robots, not moving at all. And then they get activated like, oh yeah, we're dancing now. Beep boop. All right. So we're here. Going back to manager 2. I have manager at home.
Manager at home.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to remember where he is. Okay. And once again, I'm just trying to jump over walls. Okay, congratulations. People loved you and your album sales. Oh, people loved you, comma, and your album sales hit record highs. That'll make me say it correctly. So whenever you do that, whenever you're talking and you find yourself pausing, that's where you want to just insert some sort of grammar, note. I mean, a comma, period, a hyphen, whatever.
Yeah. I strongly suggest putting all of your narrative beats into a program that will, correct your spelling. And for instance, I use Grammarly, which will actually regularly correct and actually add in, be like, it makes suggestions for like, hey, maybe you should put a comma here, or you should probably add the to the sentence to make it sound a little bit more cohesive.
Yeah.
If you're not an English first speaker, I recommend those for sure.
All right. I'm organizing a concert for you. I arranged the publicity works. So we've already done this. But some billboards need to be placed in the town. Can you help? Why would I do that? No offense. Your character, it makes sense.
Just thinking like the weekends out there in Vegas, like I gotta.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're like, I'm Taylor Swift, and I'm going to Austin, Texas next week. You know what though? Before I get that concert, I better just whoop. Oh, let me put up my own billboard. That wouldn't happen, but you could, discuss it with some people, get some of those logistics going. Man, I'm like on the edge of needing to sneeze right now. I'm like trying to shake it off.
Forget on the tip of your tongue, in the back of your lungs.
Now go to the logistics storage and pick up the billboards and place them in town. So I'm UPS out here. I'm an advertising agency that usually would just for your knowledge, and like 99% of people aren't going to know this, but like even when you go buy billboards, those people are usually not the ones installing it. They're like, okay, yeah, I got this guy over there, this gal over there. They're doing it for me. Okay, so we got some billboard logistics happening here. Grabbing tubes.
We got a question from DJ EJ.
All right, what you got?
Over on YouTube. What's behind the sending out the rewards? Is it not automated? So
it is not automated, actually. So the lists are populated in an automated way, but they do need to be verified for their integrity. Just in case, we find somebody who, let's say you tried to be in this competition, but you were in alpha season number 3 and you were found to have 5, accounts or whatever. If any one of those accounts that had sent something to each other had something sent to them or whatever recently from one of the wallets that you were using, that would be a red flag for us to say like, oh, so not only did you try to multi-account, but then you tried to multi-account later after you got caught multi-accounting and you didn't get the thing. And that can cause some delays. But at the end of the day, I think it's worth doing because we want to make sure the most possible people, of course, that's just one of the many methods that we're kind of going over as these do take some time to manage, but we want to make sure the most possible people who are operating with integrity are getting rewards in the Sandbox game. So that can happen. And then what'll happen is we'll get a real final populated list of people who get awards. And let's say, for example, if it was from this Lunar New Year, we would take the total number of people who could get awards, divide that 200,000 sand divided by the number of people who could get rewards, and then we say, okay, send it. And then the claim opens up for you guys and you can claim it. It takes time, but it's worth doing. All right, so we're placing billboards around town. Once again, we're making our way. Okay. Place a billboard and immediately break everything about the game because the billboard has physics turned on, which it doesn't need.
Pops you up. That's really fun.
like every time it's going to jump me. So yeah, I'm sure I could break something else by doing this. And like, I'm getting stuck on the other side of a wall basically every time I spawn the billboard, or like on top of the wall, I assume. But if I walked the wrong way, I would end up getting stuck. Don't beat me up. I'm just trying to hang my billboard, you jerk.
Billboard blocked.
Music party. Not for me. Did you? Okay. So then another question that I guess I have here is, if this character is the superstar that they're supposed to be, or they're trying to make them into a superstar, did you design the poster? I imagine, I'm going to guess not. I'm going to guess you didn't. I guess you imported it, or otherwise, bought it and you're reusing it. But what I would do here is take the time to make the billboard for your character, right? So you got your character's face and they're singing on the microphone or whatever. And so draw it in VoxEdit. It's worth doing. And then when you post these billboards, it's actually you and you're promoting yourself. It's going to make you as the character feel a little bit more like the character, because you did override the character with an asset that you created instead of allowing the user to be like whoever. If you would have made it so that I could be my avatar instead of this custom avatar here, then the generic music party thing would have made sense. Tomatito.
Got a good suggestion there.
Saying, regarding the previous question, I think they should put on the webpage that the rewards will be distributed soon, TM. Problem solved. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. It's really funny. I like that, but I don't think it's going to happen. Not like that. Finally! You're finished now. All right, hear me out. That gives a hugely negative connotation to your game. Right there. Regardless of how I felt before when I'm playing this experience, when you get to the Quest concert and it says, finally, that implies in American English, like, wow, this took a long time. This was a lot of work.
Finally,
this wasn't enjoyable. Yeah, it's like, oh, we're finally done with this. We can move on with our lives and do anything else. That's what that says. So definitely get rid of the word finally. You're finished now, right? Even you're finished now. Get rid of that too. Now, all right, like be excited about it. Be hype about it in your text. Like, woo!
Yeah.
Go to the concert.
Now that you're finished, go to the concert. Yeah. Like a number of ways to just make that not a negative, or not an assumed negative, rather.
Right. All right. And then here, right, if I'm going to say get rid of this arrow. You got stage hands here, these people with the microphones on their heads, right? They should be saying, oh, Starlet, because that's what we've called the character, in here, instead of having this arrow. So I want to go to the concert. I want to know how to get in. I can't get in through the queue. I'm the star. I don't even care about the queue. Starlet, in here. Great. Now I don't need an arrow. I go through this tunnel and, right this way. Like, go, go, go. This guy's doing it, right?
That's great.
So that's great. Now we're up here and we're going to get on the stage again. And this time,
I can't wait to see these robots activate. A
big celebration is happening. There's one person randomly dancing in the back already. They're freaking hype. But all of these people, they're chilling. They're not having a conversation. They're not doing anything. Like, when I walk up, it should be like, it should say something above my head, like the crowd goes quiet. And then,
they're here. Oh, look.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, the crowd, yeah, they could have text bubbles pop up like, oh, they're here. Oh, she's here. Oh, it's Starlet or whatever. And then you push the button. And right here, right now, again, your lyrics come up. And instead of it being 2 bubbles of your lyrics, it's the whole crowd, like just 20, 30 different lyric bubbles popping up out there in the crowd of everybody singing your song. They love the song. They love what you're doing. Now you got, again, a sense of like completion. I like the musical notes popping up here. They're doing it well. Let's see what happens if I hang around. No, I will hang around. At this point, the logic can still be there. The crowd is still singing your song. I'm going to get hyped.
Have a couple people getting the lyrics wrong.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be funny. Getting the lyrics wrong because, if I don't know what the lyrics would be, but, people do it all the time where they get mumble, yeah, or just like, I missed this word. I don't know what to say. So that's, that's one of those things. D-Rush MK says, if I transact with my friends regularly, will that be flagged too? I mean, no.
No.
However, did your friends all send you their Alpha Season 3 pass? Because then they're not your friends. Maybe they are, but they're probably more likely somebody you hired to play the game for you, in which case you would be restricted or banned. So, use it logically. If I invite my friends to play the Sandbox game, if I invite Conrad to play the Sandbox game, I'm probably not trying to take their stuff. I don't, I'm not like, hey, go play this game for me so that I can have your pass. Those are red flags.
But I do, every so often, trade back and forth between Joe.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah. 1 cent, 500 cents from the leaderboard reward to invest in a land. Well, that's the thing, right? Again, there's reasonable use case. That's why it takes so darn long to investigate this, because there's reasonable use where you go like, oh yeah, that person, whatever. They're friends. You can tell the difference, right? When you have somebody who's got 5 or 6 accounts and then they go
Joe's purchased things from me before for a couple thousand sand and things like that, whether it be work that I've done for him or whatever. It happens. And it's not going to get flagged because it's a reasonable use case where it's like, oh, okay, that's clearly not 7 accounts flowing into one account to do suspicious activity.
Right.
You're fine.
Right. Honk. Sorry,
also, how's it going, Kay? Golden Boy coming in with a raid.
All right. Golden Boy? What's up? Kay is one of the nicest human beings on the planet. If you don't know, go check it out. Follow them on the Twitch. They have really engaging and fun games that they play with the community all day long. Dude, stop trying to beat me up on the star over here. Hey. What are you doing? Anyway, so we finished.
KAY over on Twitch. Go check them out.
Sorry. Yes, if you're on Twitch, you see them in the chat. With they got the baklava over their face right now. Did I say that right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's like a sappy seal with a little baklava in their face.
I can dig it.
All right,
we're moving on to the next one.
Run it up. Go ahead and close down that Wizzy form.
All right.
They put out there a little earlier, by the way.
It is closed. Oh, we got Lex in here too. Number 1 mod.
Balaclava, not baklava. Baklava's food. I'm pretty sure.
Balaclava, that's right. Yeah,
balaclava. Is a baklava food? Nick, are you still in the chat? Baklava. Nope. Yeah, it is. It totally is. Oh, man. It's a layered pastry dessert. Phyllo pastry filled with chopped nuts and sweetened with syrup or honey.
There you go.
One of the most popular sweet pastries of Ottoman cuisine. Wow. Give me some of that. It looks good. Looks good. Feels good. It's dessert. Here we go. Yeah. See? Balaclava is the type of... I want dessert now. There it is. Go get some.
Getting hungry again.
All right.
All right. Next up is a request from Micha. It's a Ragnarok Game Jam entry.
Okay.
Professions Explorer. I gotta find this one. It might take me a moment.
Ranik, rewards for past events are sort of intermittent. They typically take between a month or 2 sometimes for distribution, but always go out. Once again, they are scrutinized. They are reviewed to make sure that you're not like hiring a group of people from, some other country to farm sand for you or something, in which case you and all of their accounts get banned. Unfortunately, that sort of thing has been attempted before. And so we've had to, it makes rewards distribution take a little bit longer than it used to. All right, so I'm sorry. You know what the page is on this bad boy?
Oh, I'm trying to find it here for us.
Oh, okay. It's probably going to take a minute. in a minute. Hey. Are they planning to send the leaderboard rewards too with the current set of claims? Leaderboard rewards, to my understanding, were sent out to those people who were eligible. But I, unfortunately, I'm not in charge of the claims. And it's also my understanding that some people who had been eligible for claims had like an in the system glitch where that claim was eligible for a while. Maybe they hadn't redeemed it and it kind of fell off the page. So they're pulling those back up. So that Panda mentioned, I think it was a couple of weeks out still before they were finished with that, but they had found a bunch of them that kind of fell short, and they're reinstating those slowly over time here. All right. See you later. Bye, verse.
We might be moving on to Byverse's game because I am having no luck finding me Cha's game.
Okay.
Yep, it looks like I'm going page by page here, and I will be finding that one.
It's going to take.
We can move on to the Ziggurat Humanity test play.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That should be in the first couple pages here. Yeah, you're right on it.
There we go.
Any news on the next land sale, Joe?
Diraj, that's scheduled for Q1 right now. At least that's my understanding last I checked. Unfortunately, until the announcement comes out on Medium, then it's not official for what date that is. But yeah, in the last known public post, it was scheduled Q1 right now, which means January, February, March in that block. All right, based on Mesopotamian mythology, your goal is to assist in the creation of first human Adapa. Good luck. Have fun. All right, so I am someone's Thingiverse avatar interpretation. All right. Meet and talk God guest. Am I a god? Or am I the god's guest? Is this guy a god or the god's guest? All right. Welcome to the Ziggurat. Empty. The god of the gods ended the war and gave Mila the task of establishing the new order. Now go to the Ziggurat temple, find Empty, and speak before he leaves the world. I want to correct that. He leaves the world. I assume where you wrote Empty, you wanted to put in the name of the NPCs and possibly the player character. So you want to do that for sure. All right. So we've got collect the armor set, meet the God of Gods on Ziggurat's top floor, then go back to God guest. So we need to find a way to get up there. And it appears I can just walk up. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Empty. That's his actual name. Okay. Hello, my child. You have the honor of meeting the God of Gods. I'm tired of ending the war in the world kingdoms. The world will now be ruled from a single point. Okay. So I think I get the vibe here. The words you're looking for, and a translator wouldn't do well with this. They should say, I'm tired of the endless war in the world's kingdoms. Presumably, that's saying the kingdoms are all at war all the time on the planet. Now, this person is going to do a thing that humanity has never done and never wants to do, so far as I've ever seen, and that is to be ruled by a single entity or person. But let's do it. Empty on you. You will help set up this new system. I'm getting ready to go to my kingdom. I entrusted Mila with the task of establishing the new order. Thanks, my lord. I'm down for this, bro. My character's like, yes, please.
Yes, my lord.
Conquer me. I deserve it. Mila, who is underground, right under me. Maybe not underground, but, she's around. Okay. Can't go that way. Can't go this way. Okay. Here we go. Mini? Wait. That's illegal. How do I get down? Hey, look, an arrow. Wait, what? Keyshare badge. Ooh, badge. These are cool. I don't know what they're for, but they're cool. Still trying to get underground. Spaceship, I think. How do I go underground? Creation chamber with a door of some kind in here. Oh, the quest says go back to the god guest. I didn't, because the god of gods gave me this quest to go talk to Mila, and I saw Mila's indicator was underground. I wanted to do that. All right, here's your first reward. Now go and meet other gods. Shiny, thanks. Oh, hey. Shiny blue leggings. All right. Yep. Oh, I could just jump on that right there. There we go. Hey, how's it going? Hello, I'm Nilu, goddess of life. All living things were created by me. I'm also Mila's consultant. I believe that we will do good things in this new management period. Bing. Got it. Oh, it actually would have just been easier to walk in the building. I didn't see the entry point. Okay. Okay, here we go. Mini. Let's go. What's up? God of Wisdom. Mini. Got another one.
Another one.
And another one. So many. Going up. Doop, doop, doop. Mila. What's up, Mila? Hello. I am Mila. Queen of the Gods. Empty asked me to establish a new order after the war. I want you to help me. Now go to meet the other gods and complete quests. We'll meet again later. Okay. Here we go. Trying to meet the other gods. How do I get there? Over there. Okay. Ah. Is there no music? No, there totally is. It's the default music. Forgive me. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Where do I go from here? Oh, hey, look at that. Woo! Going up. Going up. Wait. What's the point of that? Oh! Okay, this platform. Where does it go? Oh, it's way over there in the water. Okay. Let's go this way. Hello, I'm Inanna, god of Terra. I'm Mini's assistant. I'm the one who creates the earth, shapes it, and makes it habitable. I'm also the lover of the demigod Dumuzi and Enkimdu. We shall meet again. Alright. Probably saying those
Same.
so poorly. So poorly, Joe.
We have a comment from Mark Vader over on YouTube. MacBook Air M1 cannot play the Sandbox game.
We tested the more recently with the Mac specific. Is there not a Mac build specifically for that processor?
There should be.
Pretty sure there was.
I do remember there is one. You might have to find the separate download there, Mark Vader.
How do I get over there?
So if you're still struggling with it, come back and talk to us or message us. Or go to the Discord and create a ticket.
Hey, let me go to the city wall edge and just totally skip probably a whole bunch of this game.
Oh, okay. After about 50 Ragnarok Game Jam entries later and 81 pages, I found it.
You found it. Now the fun begins.
And now this is where the fun begins.
Get down here, platform. I need you. Thank you. I'm supposed to meet 6 other gods, but I've only gotten 3 of them.
Gotta get good.
Just gotta find them. Like, I have an indicator above me. Oh, hey. I don't feel like I want to interact with that, because that's going to probably teleport me. Music has changed. This Anshar, shouldn't he be like one of the gods or whatever? Maybe? 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 No. Whoa. Oh yeah, we got arrows. They're pointing me in that way. The environment pretty well already points me that right direction. But I get it. Alright, Utu. Hello! I'm Utu, the sun god, also known as the bringer of light. In the future, I will give you some tasks. We will make sure our city residents are at peace. Great! No! Alright. Oh, okay. I don't want to fight.
I believe.
No.
Total Hill says there's a hole there.
No wolves. There was. You know what? Turns out, clouds. How do they work? They don't hold people, that's for sure.
All right, Joe. What's your opinion on this one so far? What advice can we give to Viversart?
So,
because you're just kind of moving and grooving through this one. We haven't really seen any like grammatical errors.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a couple little things, but I think the Meet the Gods quest, because of the way that the level is designed, it's sort of open-ended. It sort of says, well, you can go anywhere and talk to anybody and do whatever you want, whenever you want. But that should almost happen like in a more streamlined way, I think. Unless there's some other quest that's given to you right now. because if I'm meeting the other gods and collecting the badges, presumably I should meet the gods, and then from there they create a branching tree of new quest options that are coming to me. So I meet the first god, and they're like, "Hey, yo, I'm the god of the earth, the Terra, right? And I manage all things Terra." Yeah, and you're like, "Great." You couldn't go meet the god of the underworld or something because you haven't completed Terra's quests. So you go complete 1, 2, 3, 4 quests, come back to her, and then she's like, "Oh, well, now you have the knowledge of the gods," and she gives you the badge. Collecting that badge subsequently voids some of the ground. Using the void mechanic, destroys some blocks, and you're like, "Oh, well, now you're terraforming the world." And you can go meet the next god in that zone because you terraformed there. And at the same time, maybe, potentially, you spawn some other Terra blocks nearby that serve as a new, sort of staircase that gets you up to the area, where I can get to the clouds even. I terraformed something under or over the walls so that I can get to that elevator that's way over there in the distance, so I can go meet the sun god or something. So, you create those that depth that makes it feel like an RPG world, because I think this is designed more like an RPG world in that it shouldn't, it should be open, but there should also be simultaneously checkpoints in it, and that's going to add a lot of time that can be played in this experience, a lot of depth that can be given to the experience. The downside being that the average player who's playing in the Sandbox game plays for usually 35, 45 minutes, something like that, at a time, and then they're out.
Right.
So if this experience takes longer than that on the whole, they're probably going to be asking you, "Well, give me some save points somewhere," to say, "I've already completed."
Give me a checkpoint. Give me some sort of system. I know our friend Game Dizzy in the chat, and I believe Cyberdragon have figured out ways to have those checkpoints.
Right.
Yeah. Save points entirely.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now, overall, the world is full. The world feels like it makes aesthetic sense for what it is. I don't know enough about the core, culture of these gods' names, assuming they're not just fully made up. I mean, I recognize some of the terms and words as real functional words, but I love the emblems, the crests. I think they could be used well in multiple other games, and those emblems and crests would be best served being used and reused in every experience that you make in one way or another. Maybe not all of them, but many of them. And overall, it feels full. It doesn't feel like it would probably tax the system too much. The colors are varied, but they're not crazy. And then you get into your more intriguing parkour elements, if that is something that you're interested in doing. As a player, not everybody likes that, but at the same time, that's you also need to appeal to your markets. You do have
it's a design choice at that point.
Yeah, some incomplete pieces because you have these fillers for these gods that weren't created. But that's, again, I don't know what stage of development this was at, where you were looking for feedback in that regard. I can open that gate. I had no idea. Welcome to the city of Uruk. Well, I was already inside, but I'm with it. Was I supposed to spawn inside? Hello, newbie. God needs gold. Can you
Same.
reflect? Spoken like every church, God needs some gold, big dog. Yeah, can't do that. I'm just kidding. Sort of. What? Can you collect God's gold? We want to... This church is totally chilled. They just want to unify the entire world under one dictatorship and take all of your gold. You know?
I mean, it's my plan.
So far. So far. God's plan. You know? Drake would be proud. All right.
Totally not a cult.
Ah! No! All right. That's good. That's fine. That's fine.
Not the gold.
Gold. All right. So we can skip most of the jumping in the parkour because it's kind of too close together. That's all, you know, is what it is. There's a lot of jump. I want that sword pretty bad, but I'm going to just ignore it. Okay, why would I go around when I could just go right here? Actually, that doesn't have to exist, I would say. If there's going to be a ladder there. If there's not a ladder there, then that would be more fun, probably, I think. If parkour's your thing, if you're into that.
Not Jackie Chan. I did not see myself a couple Saturdays ago in the game. I'm gonna have to check that out, unless you mean the giant version of my head. I may have overlooked something here. How's it going, Bumba Squeeze?
Which way do I want to go?
You're having quite the ringer with this parkour here.
I mean, it's a long one, but I'm trying to be observant.
I'm scared to know what would happen if you were to fall. Would it be a death plane, or are we going to have to figure out a way out?
Oh, it's 100% I'm going to be stuck over there. Like, that treasure chest over there is just teasing me to have to go redo this parkour again. I can almost guarantee it because of the, you know, the fall from, like, God's house over there. You know, if there was, the consequence was do it again.
Right, right. So then that's a good note to take here for our dev. Put in good restart zones. Like, don't let it just be pure punishment and good luck, you have to do it again. Bumba Squeeze, we're doing well. It does kind of feel maze-ish with the parkour here.
I think that's almost intentionally so, because this is going to be an armor piece or whatever. Can I open this? Oh, I got to beat it up. I got to punch it. I got to punch a neutral chest until gold pops out. Oh, no! No! All my gold, bro. How am I supposed to get gold for God? God needs gold. Right? That's what the guy said. I don't know.
I mean, that's what he said.
So it said, that means that I gotta go over there too and get God's gold and have it just all over the place. Ah! Hey, look, an arrow that says go up here, because there definitely could be a better indicator for that. But you know, it was the fastest option. Oh, and it's just real easy to super easy to walk. I just gotta beat up God's treasure again.
So this is a comment from
literally none of it landed here.
That's awesome.
How am I supposed to go get that? All right, sure.
Maybe not turn on the physics on that gold there.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Though it was pretty funny. It looked pretty cool. I liked it, but the punishment there.
Green Earth. To where? Oh, well, that's pretty cool. What does Sky City? Wait, hold up. Oh, water era. I think that means water area, but
I think so.
Maybe I'm wrong. Or Kala. Oh, heck!
So I gotta read this from Not Jackie Chan, Joe.
All right, what you got?
They made a game where it involves a giant asset of my face with two gigantic hands that slap at you, right?
Okay.
It's like a boss fight. But this game that they've recently made involves you bringing gold piles to a normal version of me, and then I turn into Mad Con Dad, the giant version. And you are standing next to the altar and a sarcophagus implying that you need gold for some sort of sacrifice to a god of some sort. I gotta check this out, Jackie Chan.
All right. This got a lot more intense real quick. Until just there. Because the music had a nice bass line. And then Utu. Well, hello, Utu. Gods have creators. They're known as primitive beings. If you want, you can meet them and get more detailed information about them. Whoa! Primitive being sounds good. Let's go. All right. Why not? Why not, dude? Why not, dude? Let's go. Let's meet these primitive beings. I'm just gonna beat the heck out of everything in sight real quick. What's up, dog? Actual dog. Ice Wolf is getting me good. I don't know if its attack is animated. It doesn't appear that the Ice Wolf's attack was animated. So you want to do that for an Ice Wolf. Make sure that they have like a bite animation and that it works. Everything's a devil to you, mama. All right.
Here, everything in life is references.
That's lava. I mean, that makes sense, but open gate doesn't work when I press E. Oh, sure it does. But like, what? Oh, okay. Just gonna go through the gate. This is your checkpoint. Nice. Okay. You know what? I'm not actually mad about that one. That one seemed like some kind of god was talking in my brain.
Right.
So, cool. Pop. Goliath Spider. Oh yeah, Goliath Spider's got nothing, bro. Oh, wait. He has something. He has something. It's my life in his hands. Can I do this? Nope. Hitbox is not that low. No! No! Away. No! There we go. We're just gonna do this. What? 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? So this sword hits real hard. But like, let's see what happens if I don't have a sword. Oh, apparently I'll just die. Okay, I hit for 8s. I don't even have to care about the spider because the spawn point's right here. Just bring him over here. Come on, big duck. Get over here. No, yeah. You want to fight, right? No, yeah. Come here. No, come here. Yeah. Right here on the spawn. Here we go. Big boy. Let's go. Go defector bot. Beat me up. Can they do it? He only hits for 5 or 10 or whatever. He's not worth waiting for. That fight got hard nerfed by the spawn point being right there. No consequence, and the mobs probably wouldn't respawn. Who's this nerd? Alright. We gonna do it now. We want power? You want some power? You want to play test this? I think I'm already as powerful as it gets. Oh, nope. That's more powerful. That's more powerful. It's more powerful than Wizards and Blues are dying at. Oh my gosh. This is... Wait. That jersey is more powerful. Rainy Escapade. Stormy Night Owl jersey. I'm so sad. My character looks freaking ridiculous.
It looks fitting, honestly.
Yeah, with the Thingiverse character, it's great, but this is gonna be funny. Alright. Alright, let's go fight a god of the underworld or whatever, I assume. Boop. Parried. Which one of these things is healing? Parried. Bop, bop, bop.
Thingdums.
Thingdums. Thank you.
As Hodel was correcting us here.
My bad. And call him Thingiverse like a dumb. Bop, 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 bop. Here, you know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna... Come here. Come here. Come here. You guys want to heal, right? You like the stairs? You guys like stairs? No, come here. Come on, come on. Yeah. You want to fight? Hey, come here. Hey, hey, come on down. No. Okay. All right. Wait. And just stand right here. Stand right here and completely break this game. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. Lamastu. You can't hang, lady bro. So I put on some gear and I beat you up by sitting on the stairs, and now you have no detection range. And as Tomatito in the chat says, 2 hours later. The 100% accurate description of what just happened there, because this room has a healing effect, and that's all good, but it's just a lot. It's just a lot going on. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of healing, and no reasonable fight mechanics are really put into that. There's no, if you want to spend the time to make something that has a heal on itself, that's good. That makes sense, for what it is. But you should also make other mechanics in the room with it, right? Like, as the boss gets here, it needs to animate like it's going to do an attack, and then the attack is actually built into the floor instead of into the boss, or something like that, so that it can run around the room without just having a bunch of health that you have to chop through forever.
I personally like it when bosses have a weakness of some sorts, whether it be an item in the room that turns off maybe they're healing, or maybe they're weak to just falling into the lava and you can push them back, right?
Yeah, for sure. I got this. Geekma formation. Through the cracks of the singular form appears a precious mineral which could be magical. I think. Unless I got more ziggurat gold. Because, God needs this gold. Alright. He's lacking in gold. He can create the whole universe, but you know what he needs? Your gold.
It's your devotion, man.
I cannot open this door anymore. I am trapped inside.
Have a wonderful night, Go West. I'm liking some of these ideas. Not Jackie Chan.
Okay. See, the switch for opening the gate is up there, and as a result of the switch being up there, I was able to open it and come inside, but as I was dropping in, I clicked the button again by accident, and I have locked myself inside this dungeon where I killed this boss. So we've identified a few little issues with this experience as we're coming through, but it's full. but it's going to take a lot of quality assurance to make sure this experience is good. I don't think it's bad that, you've got some really good fundamentals, but yeah.
There was no like glaring issues, right?
Yeah.
Other than a few pitfalls, which, happens to the best of us.
Exactly. It's got, especially with all the development that you have done so far, you're going to have some things that, like, especially as you have as many quests as are available in this experience, you're going to need those to be more diverse. You're going to need, when you get to these boss fights or these mini boss fights or whatever, you're going to need those to have more mechanics in them. And then, just a little bit more. Like the narrative, I guess, is fine. The narrative's okay. It's fairly engaging, but little things like this, it's going to be a bug fix sort of situation. Because this fell a little bit short in that regard, right? There were a couple of different places where you could kind of get stuck. The gold explodes, goes everywhere, instead of just like you could literally make the gold rain on the player if you wanted to, like open the treasure chest and the gold can specifically just drop out onto the player. So, there's lots of cool stuff going on with that. But do we have anything else scheduled up, or do we want to go into the metaverse and play some of these?
That was the last on our list, but we do have to go back to page 81 and play Micha's game, which was a Ragnarok game jam. Okay,
let's go check that out. And then once again, if you had submitted, I forget exactly who submitted the ziggurat. I guess I could check that really quickly before.
That was Byverse Art.
Okay, so Byverse, I know you were with us earlier and you had left a little bit, but if you would like us to continue to play that on your next version, next iteration, then feel free to do so. It says in the description here, this is on a 2x2 land, 34 quests. Your goal is to assist in the creation of the first human. Post bugs on Twitter at ByverseNArt, and then YTSE Jam Game. So if you would like to play test that for or with them, work on that a little bit, sort of give them some feedback on your feelings as well as a consumer out there, then you could do that on Twitter with them. But again, good foundation, really strong, obviously a lot of depth. So there's some good stuff in there, Corey. You said it's page 81, is that right?
Page 81, yes.
Okay. And this, Professions Explorers.
That's it.
Swordsman, Acolyte, Magician, Archer, Merchant, and Thief are already waiting for you to initiate you into their professions. Okay. Let's have a look at it.
Bumba Squeeze wants to know when the Game Maker is going to be changed up, be sorted by updated.
Oh.
Or when are we going to get a search function, Joe?
Sure. Well, the search function has been in the works for now, I don't know, in the timeline rather, not necessarily in active development, but in the timeline for a couple of months. We've recognized that it needed to be in there, but as is the nature of things, when we make a suggestion, that goes into, okay, well, we're already working on this, so let's add it in there. And once we finish these other features, then we can get it in there. So some core features that are coming out in the 0.8 update, more multiplayer interactivity, video injection, specific audio injection, things like that, swimming, stealth mechanics, stuff like that coming to future 0.8 suite. So those are front and center. Hopefully we can see some of those search engine functions as another aspect of that in that group, but I'm not totally sure when the release is expected for that offhand. All right. See you later, Ice. Have a good day yourself. Okay. Collect 15 cards. That happens right away. So as we come into this experience, you've got a quest to grab 15 cards. Whew, forgive me. I can see some cards out here in the world already. That, for me, is probably the wrong order of operations. If you would like your user to experience your narrative and your world first, and then collect other assets, then that's, I think the preferred method, where maybe you get Kafra explaining that you've got this quest to do, and then she's still got another quest. It says, oh, by the way, while you're out there, if you happen to find my cards, I left them, or I've lost them, or something like that, I can't find them all, but they got scattered in the wind, or whatever excuse reason you want to use to make that make sense for you. Then the collect 15 cards quest comes up, and it's an optional quest, not a required quest to complete the game. It gives somebody a reason to come back. So I like the collection quest for that reason. But as Conrad has said over many shows, and I kind of tend to agree with this, if you have a collection quest, then it should be to show you the world. And then if you...
Right.
Yeah, 100%. And then if you're not showcasing the world, then it shouldn't be the first thing that comes up, because there's a feature in game development called first time user engagement. So if somebody comes in here, they may be the kind of person who sees a quest come in and go, all right, none of this matters. How do I get that card right there? That's all I'm here for. And then another note, I guess I'll leave. I like the fact that when I grabbed the card, it made a sound. Good job. But when I grabbed the card, it also had physics on. So that can cause issues from time to time. Oh, that one didn't. Interesting. All right, so the one card that I grabbed up top of this fountain had physics on. Small QA thing. Usually you don't want them to have physics if this can be a collection item. All right, so let me grab the quest in the order that I would have preferred to do it. Hello, traveler. Welcome to Ragnarok Professions Explorers. Here you can explore the professions that you can get to become an even more successful traveler. I would say here you can explore the professions that will make you an even more successful traveler. What do you think, Conrad? Does that sound like something that makes sense?
That sounds better.
Yeah, okay. And remember, the Kafra services are always on your side. Okay. Okay, find all the points of interest in the experience. So this is the Archer Master. Hi, traveler. I'm a hunter from the Payton Forest. If you want to use your accuracy and agility in your future battles, I can help you with that. Do you want to become an archer? Okay, great. You need to go deep into this forest and kill the right monsters with the name Bot B. Come back to me when you kill those 4 monsters. There are 4 monsters. So, all right.
Right. And Adam Sale over on YouTube, we did not get a chance to play Babylon Beatdown. I do not remember putting that one in the queue, but I did just put it up next, so we'll be giving that one a shot in just a second.
Right. So we want Bot B only.
Sorry that we overlooked that one.
It says it's an archer profession, but we don't have a known... Okay, well, how can I tell the difference? Which one's Bot A and Bot B?
You could just do a mass murder.
What? Well, yep, that's true, but all right. Defector
Have
Bot
a wonderful
B,
night, Cometio.
Bot B.
Hopefully I'm saying your name correctly.
Bot A. Bot A. Any punishment for killing Bot A? Nope.
Well, if it is, then...
Murder all robots was the quest. Actually, just kidding. Here we go. Oh, I see you did my job. Great. Yeah, I did yours and mine. I killed Bot B and A. How about that?
All right.
Great. Hold on. This thing will help you in your battles. And welcome. Binocular. Okay. Can I wear this? Oh. Oh, we're binocularing it up. Mage Master. All right. Hello to the Geffen. Welcome to the Geffen Mages Guild. Here we teach the great magic of Rune Midgard. If you want, I can enroll you as a student. Yes, I want to learn. Wonderful. So first you need to go to the Geffen Tower and find a magic solution did I need for today's experiment? Is this the Geffen Tower? It has the magic solution. Imp. Imps are usually smaller.
Have a wonderful night, Salazar.
All right, I got the solution. Okay, for me, right there, in that scene, it says you need to climb the tower to get the solution. The first thought that I had is, why can't you, Mage Master, climb the tower? And this is an important part of narrative design. You had imps, or, as they were titled, up there. Those were more like demons, because imps are little tiny little dudes. But the demons up top, Mage Master should be afraid of them. Even as a Mage Master, powerful demons have taken over my thing. Powerful is a relative term. Now he can't go up there. You went up there because you're the hero. You got him. Now he can do his thing. Excellent. Now I need a few more ingredients. They can be obtained from the Faber monsters that are on the other side of the bridge. Get the ingredients and come back. What ingredients do you need from them? Now I need some more ingredients. This one is called this. It can only be obtained by killing these. And now I kill these baby cactuses and we have a good time. Pop, 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 pop. Give me the baby cactus meat or whatever I gotta do. I'm not dropping anything from these characters. I kind of would have liked to see that, unless I'm supposed to harvest the whole creature. All right, great. You've done my tasks. Everybody's just excited you're doing their chores for them. Now you're on the first path to learning the greatest magic. Keep this gift from me. All right. So I would probably avoid this if this is going to come up every time for the way that you're describing this. I haven't done your tasks for you. I've helped you with your task because presumably he used those ingredients to make some kind of potion, right? So I'm giving some of his, do some of his steps, some of his adventure for him.
Right.
But
you finished with your task, right?
Yeah, I did my task. He's finishing his now. Great, now I can complete my potion. I'll get right to work on that. And maybe there's a cauldron inside the bottom of the tower or something. Keep this gift. Great, yay, we did it. We got a wizard hat.
So our friend Bumba Squeeze over there on YouTube wants to know which maps do we play on here? And are we able to check out other projects' maps? Would love y'all to take on Llama Land one day. We play everything TSB on this channel.
Yep.
So if you got a page number for us, we can definitely give Llama Land a shot right after Adam's sales request.
Yeah, and if
you're coming up next,
if your experience is not already published, we did one show, literally only the one time, but where a developer who was already in the Game Maker Fund wanted to have their content play tested live on the show because it hadn't yet been through any kind of quality assurance internally or anything like that. They just said, they started watching this show. They got into development by watching this show. So they said, I want you to play test it. And I went through and I play tested while having them in the call at the same time from the Game Maker Fund. Those kinds of experiences, if you were already in the Game Maker Fund, that would be the only time that I would sort of do that sort of thing. But at the same time, we're going to, in terms of having you on for the interview. But if you publish it into the gallery, as Conrad says, then you just have to give us the title, page number that it's on, and we'll add it to the queue. And as soon as we get through the queue onto your experience, we may title if we're having one of our shorter shows that's like an hour and a half, we might title the whole show after your experience plus the news or whatnot. But otherwise, we generally play them in order. So right now we only would have one experience ahead of yours if you can give us that page number. All right, so I got a wizard hat. Cool, nice wizard hat. Feedback here. I have two different items, which both go on the head. So hopefully, eventually, I get a full set of gear that allows me to showcase visually my new skills that I have acquired. High Priest. All right, take me to church. I welcome you to the sacred abode, my friend. The dude abides in this house. All right. Here we fulfill our prayers. What brings you here? I want to be an acolyte. Whoa. 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 Correct me if I'm wrong, Conrad. Does acolyte have negative connotation?
No. I mean, not usually. It's just like a fledgling, right? But it's used in like a cult or a religious standard, right?
Sure, okay. I like that you say cult immediately. You were like, it's not a negative connotation, it's just a cult.
I said occult.
Occult. Occult.
Yeah.
It's an O. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair.
It's like assistant, right?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, my friend. We accept everyone who wants to devote their lives to the service of God. You need to visit 3 of our wandering high priests who are on pilgrimage. Find them and receive their blessing. Yes, Your Holiness. Let's hope. Oh, good job. Very good. I'm a big fan. Wait, what's going on over here? What's this? Oh, you must have a puzzle. That's another point. So I appreciate the fact that you actually had your wandering high priest not be in the box where the church was. Interesting that they all look just like the other guy. Hello, traveler. You have a long way to find me. Keep my bless. All right, that feels like it should be rewritten a little bit. I would say I wouldn't hashtag bless. Keep my hashtag bless. Now, hello, traveler. I see the priest has sent you, or whatever. The Pope, I don't know, whoever that guy is, who had the authority to send us to go find the other high priest. I see they have sent you. Leave with my blessing, or something like that, right? You want to. It needs to just be rewritten a little bit to make sense. And his blessing is actively holy water. He's giving me holy water. Okay. Trying to find. There's another high priest, but he's over here. Here we go. Hello. You have come far to find me. I bless you. That one's not bad. It does look like we came far relative to the size of the world. And we got another high priest over here. If this one says I came far, he's not telling the truth. He's not even on pilgrimage. He's literally in the same zone with his own church. Okay. Wandering high priest. Hello. You've come far to find me. I bless you. Right. Okay. So he's the same as the other guy. I understand, like, doing it in a time-efficient manner makes sense, but definitely worth rewriting that sentence for this guy. Like, oh yeah, I was just getting ready to start my pilgrimage, or whatever, right? Like, I'm headed to this faraway land, in reference to another experience in Ragnarok, somewhere. Okay.
Oh, thank you for the update, Adam.
Babylon Beatdown is on page 12 now. Oh, okay. All right. Here you are, back. Might make sense if there was like a little double hyphen thing. Here you are, back. That might make sense. Otherwise, you would want to write like, hey. Oh, you're back.
Got you, Bumba. Thank you so much for finding that.
Line on page 38. All right, yeah, we'll check it out. Check it out. All blessings have been received, and now I can initiate you as an acolyte. Keep this. It'll help you in your travels. We got a mace. Perfect. In service of God, I will beat you over the head with my mace.
It's amazing.
Wow. Curse you. Curse you. The Swordsman Guild welcomes you. That guy's getting messed up down there, bro. He's got him in an infinite, like, Marvel vs. Capcom juggle over there. Just you're never standing up. That's Scorpion tripping Sub-Zero all day long over there. The Swordsman's Guild welcomes you.
It's really funny, actually.
Traveler. Would you like to know how to join us? Yes, sir. I don't want to be that guy, though. Okay, then you need to pass a strength test. Can you handle it? Yes, easily.
Duh. What do I look like?
Strength? Just because I'm half your height doesn't mean I couldn't bench press you, bro. Right, what am I doing? Reach. I can't read this because it's behind my webcam. Reach to the top of the mountain. Reach the top of the mountain.
Reach for the star.
So the strength test is an agility check. Got it.
Nice. Makes sense.
I would just rewrite that to just not say that this is a strength test because this is a test of agility or dexterity. Dexterity is like fingers.
Let me test your capabilities, right?
Yeah. Prove your worth. You definitely have strength. That's not what that was. But I understand. Hold this sword.
I mean, you gotta be pretty strong in order to...
Now I can easily initiate you into the ranks of swordsmen.
Jump. Well.
So this is another situation where I got a blade after getting a mace. So now I have to pick between my factions when I could have probably had you got 6 slots here. And I haven't gotten boots. I think the boots would have made more sense for the priests because they're going on pilgrimage.
And these boots are made for walking.
That's just what they do.
Yeah, it's true.
If it's like the hunters, it probably makes sense to get a chest plate from the hunters because they're usually wearing some kind of leather, or otherwise it has pockets. It's got pockets. You need the pockets for survival. The swordsman, obviously, that's covering your sword slot. And we'll see. Merchant man.
The Yokes on You over on Twitch asks, 1 separate slot for companions and pets.
Companions and pets have been something that we've been internally testing for a while, but it wouldn't necessarily be like a slot in your inventory so much as a mechanical option and it could be a slot in the inventory, to be fair, it could be, but I don't think it's going to be an inventory slot so much as just something that is a mechanical option for you to choose for the players. So they could come up and push this button and, you're going to, oh, there's a dog following you now. Oh, dog's unfollow. Dog attacks a nearby thing, that kind of thing.
I mean, I want to equip it and have it be at my side so I can show it off in the metaverse.
Chat is going crazy when these boots are made for walking. Comment right now.
It's just what they'll do, dude.
One of these days, these boots, they're gonna walk all over.
Oh, right. I got to hear about what happened to the elephant, guys. Joe informed me about today's D&D session, and I am sad.
Good afternoon. I'm a member of the Alberta Trade Guild. Alberta! You going to Canada for that one right there, my guy? If you want to learn how to bargain like us, I can offer you to learn this. I can offer you some training. That's what you would want to say there.
I can train you in my ways.
Yeah, like any kind of, yeah. Go look for the color code for your first delivery. If you can find it in the fields of the city, good luck. Click. Yes. That was a 3. Nope. That was a 2. Nope. Oh my gosh. The first digit is already on there. 1, 3, 4. Nope. 1.
You're just cheating 3, right now.
2, 1, 4. Congrats! You completed the code. I didn't go look. Now,
Bumba Squeeze over on YouTube says, yo, shout out to the Yokes on You. Tell him I said llama over on Twitch.
Conrad, a pro tip.
That's my name.
For anybody who's developing one of these number puzzles that the Sandbox uses. Typically, you would want to have 2 of these 5 numbers repeat.
Right.
Because otherwise it's just easy. Plug in whatever. Doesn't matter. It could have even been like super troll and been like 12113, you know, because you're not going to guess one again if you're just randomly plugging it in. Of course, somebody who wants to save time, and you see this a lot in the, like, literally in the chat in the metaverse, people would just be like, what's the code? No context. Nobody's standing near them. You can't even see when somebody types. It doesn't put a text bubble over their head. What's the code? And everybody's like 1 2 3 4 5 enter, and like
right.
they, you know, this is, I would suggest, literally the least popular type of quest, in that almost everybody just cheats. Again, great if you want somebody to go learn your environment, learn your city, and you give them this puzzle. That's fun. That's fine. But this is one of those sorts of puzzles that I think I would find another option for.
Right.
All right. You are good. Yes, I cheated. You've taken your first steps in the art of trading. Remember, the speed of delivery is one of the important skills of merchants. This gift is for you. All right.
Is this gift made for walking?
Hear me out. My guy says the speed of delivery is important. And he gave me an axe.
Nice.
Another
feel like
good
something was backwards
example
here.
of boots or legs that could have been good delivery, because it's about speed. But in this case, if I get an axe, is this how you merchant, my guy? Merchant master? Is this how we merchant? You just cut him in half?
By force,
Take your
yeah.
gold? I can hear the hit animation when I swing. I shouldn't be able to. That's okay. All right, let's go. Thief Master. I swear to you, Thief Master, if you give me like a helmet, I'm going to freak out. Quiet, man. Oh, wait. Is he high? Is that the thing here? Quiet, man.
Quiet, man.
You must watch my steps and listen to the desert wind, see? This is how real assassins walk. If you want to learn the basics of our profession, then you must go down into this pyramid and steal 5 red cap mushroom. Yeah, he's high as freak, dude. Come back when you have finished. All right. I'll do it.
So we got a good question from Not Jackie Chan.
Mhm.
When an experience is minted as an NFT and transferred to somebody else, they can edit it? Yes? I feel like I should know the answer, and it's obvious, but I just don't know.
No. They cannot.
Once it's minted, it's minted.
Right. That's correct. There's a couple reasons for this. So, okay, theoretically, they could probably, that's a legitimate way that I'm going to answer that. Probably edit the logic of the game. But at that point, you're not really selling a game. You would only be selling, like, a bundle of NFTs for rental, if that makes sense. Because the way that it's done is the ERC11 tokens are wrapped inside the ERC721, meaning all the assets that you've created as NFTs are wrapped inside the land. And then from there, your logic can be edited and adjusted as many times as you want without having to remint. So if you were making an experience and then somebody found a glitch or whatever, you could change the logic of the game so that it's not glitchy anymore, as long as you don't take out that treasure chest right there that is an NFT. If you do take that out completely from the game as an asset, then you have to remint the experience. So, you know, that's sort of how that works. Now that means that potentially somebody who like bought an NFT experience like to publish on their land or whatever, contracted that out, could potentially edit the logic. But in reality, I think that's super unlikely to happen. I think most people who are going to buy an experience that's already built is not going to want to design at all. You know, if you
right, they're not going to want to mess with it.
Yeah, I mean, not Jackie Chan knows how to make a game. Not Jackie Chan is not going to ask Alex to make a game for him, or them. Sorry, I don't. No idea. So that's my perspective on it. But at the end of the day, once that is 100% fully finished, then we will know. Okay, so we've got some basic maze work happening here. We went down underground.
My friend Space Bamboo over on YouTube says, was wondering when the VoxEdit update is happening. I saw it this morning on PandaPops' channel.
There's no set date for any one given update. So that next update to VoxEdit and the update to the Game Maker that is coming in the near future, they're always sort of under a quality assurance phase where we want to make sure that those things are good and operating well. So if we might literally at a certain phase be like, well, this could go out tomorrow. And then somebody comes back and says, I found this one new thing that doesn't work as intended. Right. And then they go like, okay, because we'll typically have a release schedule that's like, we found it, it's patch free, we're good to go. And then we'll be like, okay, we'll launch it in a week from then or something like that, because we want to get it out to you as early as we possibly can, but also without completely breaking the systems to a point where, it's frustrating and stuff like that. So yeah, it's like essentially when it's ready is the best answer. And it's not like a great answer, but excuse me. That's unfortunately the best one I can get. Okay, so we've got all the quests done, but the points of interest in the experience are always associated with the signage here, when, in my opinion, they should be associated with the front, like, fence, because I'm not always going to walk up to that sign that says welcome to wherever, especially if, there it is, if that sign is not like where the zone clearly changes. Like this is the line right here. Welcome to here. And we're down to finding the cards at this point. And typically with a fetch quest like that, you're going to want there to be about 10% more objects than is for your quest. So right now, can't hit that. I want to mine it. Yeah, I need a couple more cards, but I don't know where to find all those cards, and it feels like you put the exact number of cards that I'm going to need into the experience.
Don't worry about it now, Jackie Chan. Ask as many questions as you need. They say a follow-up question. Could we mint multiple versions of a game from one Game Maker file?
No. It probably technologically could be done the way that it's built now, but experiences are meant to be unique experience. Unless you own like 10 lands and you want to publish your created game on all 10 of them and they're like all over the map, that would, I guess, be allowed. It's not something that we've really had to consider because it doesn't make a lot of sense, quite frankly, to make an experience and then publish it all over the place, unless you're trying to get like digital foot traffic. And so the only good use case for that would be if if you're over on the north side of this experience and you walk to this wall and you push E, it would be like, do you want to go to not Jackie Chan's game at this spot right next door? That you could
What
do.
if I had a game that is just a hit, right? And with that hit game, I had multiple copies of it, and I was able to sell it to another landowner.
Right.
And not only I had it, but they had it as well, and we both are getting good foot traffic to our locations, and maybe they are something that could make money.
That's an awful idea. But let me explain. If you made a great game, and potentially you could get people to pay to play it, right? That would be the only reason why somebody would buy it, potentially, right? So why would you sell it to someone else so that they could make money off your creation instead of just promoting it for, it's here in the sandbox, it's great, you must play it, right? So,
hey man, I need to make a quick buck in order to fund my land. I don't have a land. I have a great game that could be minted.
But if that's the case, then you don't mint it multiple times because, again, the other person who's potentially buying it is going to want that exclusivity. They're not going to want that experience to be on their land and then somebody else comes and buys it again.
Of course, but just because they want exclusivity doesn't mean that I'm not necessarily allowed to resell it, right?
Maybe. It just...
Because even though I would ideally want to make funds off of my own experience if I have a gold mine, right?
Sure.
But if I can't quite do that, I don't have the following, or I don't have a way to market it properly, I sell it to somebody else, they have I get my funds, and I have a clone copy. And as soon as they have all the marketing out there, well, now that's free marketing for me because I have my own copy.
Well, okay,
and the gold mine starts in both places.
Let's talk about the complexity.
We have
there.
Logistics here. Yeah.
Yeah. So, from a community standpoint, if the community is generally helping moderate, and the community sees that this same exact game is in two different locations, the community is likely to report one game or the other for having duplicated the other person's experience. In which case, a moderator of some kind, some sort of presumably sandbox staffer who verifies that this report is accurate and correct, comes through and says, yeah, no, you're right, and they unpublish one of the experiences. How does that calculate in? Now, from the other perspective, let's assume the person who had their experience unpublished had a good contract that said, this is mine and it's legit. Then the sandbox staffer has to reach out to the original creator of the experience so that that creator could then verify, yes, I really did sell it to multiple people. And then have to get, well, who did you all sell it to? And then for the remainder of forever, both of your potential buyers have an issue with that all the time. Random reports, random approvals that yes, those are in fact duplicates, then it becomes a problem. And so, it's not a good idea.
Of course. I only ask the hypotheticals for the chat.
It's a great question, right? It's a great conversation to have because that's going to come up. Somebody who is a dev is going to absolutely want to rubber stamp as many sales as they possibly can because they don't care about the end landowner at all, right? Somebody. I'm not saying lots of people would do that, but somebody is going to do that. Somebody's going to develop the skills and go like, whatever. How many people can I sell this, bejeweled knockoff? How
can I maximize?
Yeah.
Right. How can I maximize my funds here? And can I do it in every single way possible? Tight.
Right. So, at the end of the day, as somebody who owns a land, you're not going to want to buy a rubber stamped something, and because you're going to lose part of your market. So it's and T-Boyder saying that sounds like a sandbox problem and not a game maker problem. But at the end of the day, what's going to happen, T-Boyder, forgive me, TV Yoder, is that if you go on the map at sandbox.game, let's pretend for a second, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to go to the map. Okay. Let's pretend I know these people won't do it, so I'm going to bring up Fact Bros, Sean T. Let's say Sean T is going to buy somebody's copy of a game. And you can see they have this 24 by 24 space that's over 500 one-by-one experiences. If they publish the same experience in 30 of those, 5 of them, of their 500, it's not going to go well. Somebody's going to say like, oh, it's all the same game, you know, and they're going to get like, they're going to feel bad about it. As the metaverse continues to build, evolve, expand, you know, at first, I think you're going to find people who are going to go into these experiences and say, well, these lands aren't built for some of them, right? Especially these really big plots. And those big plots are going to, you know, they are a metaverse studio. It's just why I bring up Fact Bros, because I think they're going to make a lot of experiences organically, right? But if you rubber stamp stuff, people are not going to like the platform. And so it really, at that point, if they were being rubber stamped, I think people are going to not understand the value of the platform, the general consumer, right? And they might say, well, this is not a place where I want to be. And then it stops being a sandbox problem and starts being a everybody problem, all the creators, right? So you want to see people making good, original, organic content and publishing those on the lands themselves. So all of this time that we're spending right now as we're waiting for user-generated content to get out here, and the thousands of experiences that have already been built and put into the game maker, like, it's going to be really good for the ecosystem in the long run that we have all these original ideas that are out there, because then people can constantly play something new and different. And the more original, the more unique that we can make these experiences as we load up to that period, the better it's going to be for the platform. So again, this idea of saying like, I'm going to sell the same copy to multiple people, not going to be good for anybody, except for the person who just wants to get quick cash and doesn't care about the sandbox in the long term. And but if you are a dev, you're very likely, you know, going to realize that you want to care about the ecosystem in the long term because it's better for you and everybody else too.
And of course, I do bring it up because that is a concern for anybody in the metaverse, is that there are a lot of users out there that only want that quick cash.
Right.
They're only looking at their short term and not the long term. So
yeah, and
that's why these conversations happen.
I think that's the value as, you know, as a developer, as somebody who's a creator in here, is that if you're here for the long term, it's so much more beneficial than somebody who comes in and like just tries to make $50 or whatever, playing some experience in the off season or in the season or whatever. Because, you know, those people who are players who don't like have that long-term goal of buying land or whatever, they end up getting the smallest part of the economy, right? And the creators end up with the largest portion of it. So really, if you are genuinely concerned about like the financial aspects, the longer term you set out, the more likely you are to see a really high quality, you know, gain out of it. Anyway.
And of course, Bumba has a good point here. How could this be prevented? Do the hard copies have their own coding? And could that coding be published twice in the same ecosystem multiple times? And yeah, it would end up just simply being probably taken care of by just having it be like, oh, okay, this certain mint, like this mint cannot be published again, right?
Yeah, I
mean, you have conflicting lands, right? So you don't have that issue of I'm minting 50,000 copies and putting it out there for people to buy.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, like a game dev could, if they were a dev, if this is an option that would exist. So we're not this far yet, but let's assume that the Sandbox game says, yeah, you could mint more than one copy of your game or experience. Well, because of blockchain tech, you as a buyer, as a landowner, you would know exactly how many copies of that token were minted when it was. So you could say, you know, go check. You could say, oh, well, you told me I was going to get a game that you made just for me, but you minted 5 of them. So I'm not buying your game and I'm not paying for it. You know what I mean? Like, that could be a thing that you verify as somebody who might be a potential buyer of an experience if you want a unique one. If you don't care and you don't mind the rubber stamp one, that's cool too. then you might have that option because, again, you can verify it and say, oh, well, there will be 5 of these, but there's 166,000 lands, so 5 is so small. They'll probably never see the other one, and I can do better at marketing mine, you know? So there's a lot.
And again, that's where you end up with that conversation of the rarity of NFTs, which is, you know, get this unique one-of-one game from this wonderful creator, or get their lesser, you know, like less work put into this game, but it's still valuable because it is from this creator that's well known. They are known to put out good stuff. Are you willing to put forth your money, your actual, like, vote with your wallet that you are going to be able to market this going forward and have your land prosper off of it, right?
Yeah.
And as TV Yoder puts out in the Twitch chat, I feel like I have a lot of empty land and like 1 or 2 good games pulling in traffic to the empty land, and I want to fill it. If another game is great and somewhere else, why not put it on my land where I'm going to get more traffic and get the different audience that I'm pulling to my land? Exactly.
Yeah, no, and I think that's a fantastic point. And let's talk about what if it was from a business model, right? And you were thinking about how do I actually make that happen? What you're talking about, TV Yoder, is your studio makes 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 games, maybe. If you have a 6x6, then you've got a lot of lands to fill. You can't fill that with that many games. So
right.
In that case, you make an asset that is an NFT and you sell it like it's a pass to your land group, right? And now if you sell those, you say, these are the games we have now. These are the games that we need to fill. There will be 36 experiences that release in here at some point. Let's assume if they're 1x1s, whatever your plan is, it could vary from there. Then once you sell your NFTs, now you have money. What do you do with that money? You allocate a certain amount of that money to marketing, the pass, a certain amount of, because resale can get you additional residuals. So you want to market the pass to a small degree, and you want to market the games and experiences that you created and or buy later with that money as well. And what does that do? Well, that causes more passes to sell. Even if they're already sold out, every time they resell, you get another 5% of that sale or 10% of that sale or whatever residual level you set because you minted your own NFT and you set your own rules for that. And so somebody can come through and they'll play your 6-10 games, whatever. You've got another, you say, well, I'm going to release 10 more games over the next year. And so now they either want to hold their pass or they say, I played your games and I don't care. They resell it, you make more residual money, and you publish new games on that experience, not just in the same locations, but you leave the games that were there until your lands are completely full. Now your lands are completely full and you say, this game is retiring. We're doing a Disney thing. We're putting it in the vault, right? We're retiring that game and we're publishing this new game this year. So this game will end Netflix style on this day. And then you go game. You still have your pass and it's still selling and it's still reselling and you're still promoting. And that's a business model for somebody who has a lot of land and they don't know what to do with it. But again, you don't want to have the same game or a game from somebody else necessarily unless you go with like an Atari style thing where you go like, okay, we're going to be the place where you can play all the best games without having to go a bunch of places, whatever. And you can do that and you could pull them in. Or you could be the Xboxes of the world or whatever, and you say, okay, I've got my Sega over here, I've got a Bethesda thing over here, I've got my Call of Duty coming in over here. You're doing whatever you want to do. So there's a lot of different possibilities that you can do with that. But yeah, you don't, you know.
It really does just come down to how it's handled when we're on official release. And then after that, it's going to be how you as a dev want to market. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it's a really good conversation to have now, but there are no final solutions at this point. So I would like to see where it evolves. I'm excited to know how that will, how we're going to be talking about lands next year, right?
All right, what do we got here? We're still looking for Babylon Beatdown.
Babylon Beatdown should be on page. It's going to be page 13 or 12 or 13. It was updated because since the purge of the.
Oh, there we go.
Yep, page 12.
Okay.
Thank you so
Climbing
much,
from
Adam.
the bottom of the industry to superstardom on an island where reggae has disappeared can't be easy. You up for this? All right.
Y'all ready for this?
Starting the reggae business on an island where the music has disappeared. It's not going to be easy. All right. Welcome to Jam Rock.
Is this your game, Adam?
Okay. So we got a narrative beat that came in on a quest, which is okay. It's new. People don't usually do that. Don't mind it. Looking to make it as a reggae star, you arrive in the outskirts of Kingston in the middle of a storm. You're broke. Gather herb as you find your way to the gate and out of the forest into town. Herb might come in handy to trade when you get there. Avoid the cockroaches. Okay.
I like cockroaches.
So we want to gather some herb. Oh, those are massive cockroaches. Those are not regular cockroaches.
So our dev is in the chat. It is Adam.
All right.
Excited to see what you got for us.
Oh, no. Okay. That's not bad. Not bad. Gather some herb. Ah! Bruh. Get out of here. Big old cockroach. What you doing?
Oh, is that some lightning effects?
Oh, yeah. There's some lightning going on. These clouds be spitting.
See, now that's cool. And that's
nice.
another way to make your world feel lived in is by having environmental effects. It doesn't have to just be people or like hustle and bustle, right?
Yeah. Yeah. These cockroaches are aggressive. I'm not even mad.
Jamaica's got some big ones, dude.
I feel like an adversary for sure. No, get out of here. No. No. I don't like these.
All that's going through my head right now is Joe's apartment.
Yeah, the movie, not my in real life.
Yes. Joe has a house. It's very nice, very clean.
And it doesn't have
no
cockroaches. Turns out.
But there's a movie from the 80s called Joe's Apartment where they're singing cockroaches. So far, we've seen a lot of what we like to see with the texturing and the pixel art on our surfaces here, instead of trying to use it like the full voxels.
Okay, I have grabbed all the herbs.
I don't remember.
Oh.
I don't remember if it was stop motion or not. It very well could have been though.
It might have been, yeah. For some reason in my brain, it makes me feel like it was really bad, really bad graphics. But
It's been so long.
it couldn't have been. It was in the 80s. That's wild. Yeah, maybe it was stop motion. Crazy. All right. Yes, man. You coming from the countryside? Coming from countryside. Maybe you're just the person to help me. I have a little job that needs doing, but I'm just not as fast as I used to be. What kind of job? I need some concert posters put up on certain buildings in the town here. I need to spread a bit of reggae cheer. People here seem under a spell and have forgotten the sweet reggae sounds that moved the island. This is okay. All right. It's not bad, but it's really stereotypically written. And it makes me laugh because one of my good friends that I talk to every single day was originally born in Jamaica, raised in America, but his mom still has heavily got a Jamaican accent. And it's like way thicker than this. So it makes me laugh because like I kind of want to read it like she might say it, but then I'm like, nah. And Adam, you're right. It says I can go hardcore, but no one would understand. Like, I'm totally with it. Totally with it.
And for sure, I haven't heard her directly, but our friend whom I also hang out with, he's mimicked her voice before, and it is a very thick accent.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam's from Kingston, Jamaica. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Right on. So then you know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Got to posterize the island.
And the sign says that sign should not be placed here. So, I appreciate the fact that it's doing that when I walk up with the wrong one. Nope.
So Adam, over on the YouTube chat, or I'm sorry, over on the Twitch chat, we got Ulace saying, I saw this experience a while ago, and since I listen to reggae almost every day, I'm down in Jah, Owen the planet, Owen plant. Can't quite understand that last sentence there, but it got his attention.
All right, bless up, way up. He's brought a bit of reggae love back to the city. Concerts and jump ups coming. Did you notice? There's more. I'm fighting it, Conrad. I'm fighting it so hard.
You can hear it.
Trying to talk like his mom. Like I'm struggling right now. People in the street. So the street. It's the street, and less cloud and the sky. See, there we go. Now keep it up. You're going to bring back reggae for sure. All right. Bless up yourself, boss. All right. Oh, there we go. This is the real answer right here. Yeah, man. Things good,
So I honestly, Adam, there's always going to be a give and take when you're writing narrative dialogue, and
look at this.
If you break it and you go with full correct English, then you'll get criticism that is, it doesn't feel like the world. And then if you go with the full patois and you have all of the accents written in there, then you have people criticizing you that you didn't spell it correctly, and that maybe you're being too stereotypical. There's a lot to go into it.
Yeah.
In either direction you go.
So
I think you
what
have
I would do.
A nice balance.
In my brain here, if you're gonna go patois, that makes sense. Before every text block in this bracket, I'm gonna just put it in the chat. Nope, wrong bracket. Home, delete.
I believe in you, Joe.
Did I type that right? I think I whatever. I typed patios instead of patois. That's my bad.
Gotta get your Jamaican patios.
Get your Jamaican patios here. Get your Jamaican patios over here. Anyway, yeah. Putting that at the beginning gives people the implication that, oh, well, this must be an accent. Jamaican patios, best place for drinks, says Hodel Hill. No,
right. So you can give them like an extra heads up. That way, even if they did have criticism, they would be wrong for having it.
Yeah, like literally. Yeah, I know I typed it wrong. I'm sorry. You probably can't hear that part yet. I know that there's a delay
or a little delay,
whatever. So I would actually, the first time that you write that, I would say in Jamaican patois accent, and then every other time that you're writing with that accent, then just Jamaican patois. And if people don't understand it, throw them out. Get out of here. You're not my target audience. I'm making a good narrative over here. The cool thing is, the great thing, Adam, is that very soon you won't have to do any of that business because you could just have voice actors. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, I'm excited for full audio capabilities.
Yep. I want to see it. I want to
I'm gonna
hear
do
it. I
so
wanna
much
feel it.
voice acting.
It's honestly, I'm kind of hyped for this idea. I kind of want to do that, you know. Just go through and be like, all right, this much per line or whatever it is. I'm gonna full on just be like, I'll read you. If somebody gives me like a 5,000 line script, it's crazy. But let's do it. Let's get the
Right. I'm down for
voice
it.
acting on.
Let's go.
Somebody, big ups. I'll do that. All right, let's do it. Blessings, When you try to make it, if you do. I love it. I love this energy there. You're definitely trying to ride the line. I'm with it. You'll need an instrument if you want to make it big in reggae. Head to the music shop on the main strip and buy or trade for an instrument. This says it's for sale. Port Royal, Jamaica rum. Ooh. Oh, okay. Do the gates open? Oh, they do. I'm just not opening them. Just jumping over them. All right. Blessings in the name of the Most High. What we can do you for? Do for you. Okay. My bad. I was going to say do you for. All right. I want to become a reggae star. I love, what did he say? Wait, what did he say? Give it to me in like extra Pacific Northwest white English. It does. Augustus is greeting you and wondering what he can do for you. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. All right. Natalia, what's up? Hey, it was good. Go check it out.
Time with that one. Mystery Train. Groove Mystery Train. Should be page 11, I believe.
All right. Augustus is greeting you and wondering what he can do for you. I need to buy a guitar. It's a sweet classical guitar. Care for it and love it because treated well, she will sing for you and bring... I'm wondering, let me know on this one, Adam. When I picked the Western European English option, did it immediately make all subsequent text chats like Western European English, or would this have been different if I left it in like Jamaican accent?
I'm real curious on this one. While we wait for the response, though, Joe.
Yes, sir.
I did send out a form quite a while ago.
You did. And we still got to do one more, right?
We do.
Okay.
And the winner of that Wizzy hat, over there on Twitch, the TV, JK Lauren 40, answering to the question, what is your current project in TSB? Do you have a game that we should test or VoxEdit skills to show us? They just said, no, I just enjoy watching along. With a little smiley face. Okay. I respect that. But I'll definitely be reading through some of these responses and checking out what you guys are up to. So thanks for letting me know. Oh, check it out. Rhythm Rush. It's going to be on the list, my friend.
All right. We'll add it in.
Here in a moment, I'll be, after our second break here, we'll be throwing out another Wizzy purple hat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's, Adam, to that point, you're saying now that'd be a good idea to have a translate option at the very start of the experience. That's kind of, that'll do two things, right? First, you can have the version that they prefer. And then second, they can expand their mind a little bit, come back and play it again in the other version. So it gives replayability value to your experience. If you want it to feel more authentic and you play it in that way, then people will learn how to just kind of phonetically go through the game and say your words faster. Don't try to read it slow and you'll get it figured out, and I think that's fun. It's just a fun thing to do, to go back through it, especially as somebody who is playing these all the time and I'm doing it live most of the time. If you had something where you wanted to literally just laugh at me for saying it all wrong, then you could be like, I'm going to submit this to you, but I want you to read it back in, as it's written. And then I could do that, and you and 5 people can all sit around a TV or something laughing at me because I sound ridiculous. And I know that can be fun. So, it's entertaining for everybody, I think. All right, Totoro1829 says, when is Titanium White Wizzy coming out? I appreciate the reference to Rocket League right there. I'll create an account for each of my 45 children when it comes out. That's also funny.
That's not a reference to Rocket League.
Titanium White.
Titanium White?
But titanium white is the color of like the rarest cars.
Dude, you're such a nerd.
Yeah, you're right. As a guy who's champ in Rocket League, that's what I associate it with. What is titanium white?
Who made titanium white popular, Joe?
Why
is that a thing?
No idea.
His name starts with his first name's Bob. Mr. Ross. Mr. Bob Ross.
Bob Ross? Oh, okay.
He always goes titanium white, and you gotta beat the devil out of it.
Literally no idea.
Have you never really? All right, we're gonna have a painting marathon,
trees, my friend.
We're gonna have a painting marathon one of these days.
Just take over. Just take over for our friend Kyron. Like, don't let him play anime in the Discord anymore. Just start playing Bob Ross.
It's just gonna be Bob Ross now.
It's just Bob Ross.
You need to paint some happy little trees.
I'm fine with the happy trees. I got the happy trees, man. That's what I remember about Bob Ross. But I didn't watch Bob Ross except for like a couple times when I was a kid. So, he's got great vibes. He's chill as heck. If Bob Ross was around, I'd be down to chill. Just like, what's up, Bob? How's life going? And he'd be like,
even if you make a little mistake, you just get some happy little accidents.
Yeah, happy accidents.
You, yo.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. And I know, like, his kid is painting on video now. I can't remember if it's for PBS, but, he looks pretty similar, and he still paints happy trees. Mistakes are still fine, Anyway, let's continue.
Titanium white.
Oh, before we continue, can you put out the third form in the chat for me?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Do we want to go on?
We've got about 30 more minutes left on the show here, and then we're going to wrap it up. So we want to make sure.
Do we want to go on a quick 5 and stretch it out, and then finish out our last 30 here?
Sure. Why not? Why not? Put the thing in the chat. We'll do the intermission screen, but we're not leaving. We're going to come back. We'll take 5 minutes. I got to use the restroom anyway. I've just been chilling. So.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I had an inkling that you were dying in some way.
Let's go. I just died in your arms tonight. It was very poorly done, by the way.
It must have been something you said.
I should have walked away.
You should have walked away. All right, here we go.
Put that in the chat, big dog.
It's in the chat.
He put it in the chat. It's a forms.gle link. YJC4UZ. If you're interested in Wizzy the Purple's enhanced hat that you can wear inside any combat-based experience in the Sandbox game or Sandbox Game Maker. Fill that out. It's an NFT.
It's true. He can do that. He can fill that out for me. He can tell me how you're feeling. He can let Joe know that it's going to be okay. That everything's going to be fine. And he can keep doing that seductive voice all day. But sometimes, he's going to change things up just a little bit. Just a little bit, Joe.
Come on. I think you're finding the secret, and that is that the Morgan Freeman voice really extends out the vowels.
Oh, I'm almost there. I'm trying to refine it, but we'll figure it out. We'll get there eventually.
That's good. That's good. You're doing well. You're doing well with the voice mod, but now you're making it work. You're making it work so good. Oh,
Anyways, Chad, we need to go on a quick restroom break before we finish up Adamsdale's game here, which is, I'm forgetting the name of it, Babylon Veto. Our 5 minutes is up. No, we're going to go on break real quick. Chad, I'll be right back.
All right.
Don't go anywhere.
Oh. Yeah, you should have done that. Should have got that water. Should have got that stretch. Should have breathed. Should have grabbed a snack.
It's from a song.
It is from a song. I just allowed them to hear you again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Better get
How's it going, chat?
out. You know, should have got that 2 hours ago, you said.
I should have got that chick on. That chick on.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Back to some Babylon. Beat down. Let's get it, chat.
Shade. All right. I don't have any cash. Go on and pick
Soundboards are
the
fun.
guitar from the wall. It's yours. Wait, hold up. Hold up. You're just going to give... I don't have any cash. I just want one. He's like, yeah, I did. To be fair, he's not in his best mind right now. He's smoking it up. And it's safe to say that an instrument does not a rock star make. Any artist has to be able to play and play well. Maybe you should check out that music school. An Orthodox Rastafari elder runs the place out past town at the foot of the mountain. All right. Look at this hair, bro. This hair is on 10 right there. Some good stuff.
We got it. Oh, man.
All right. So,
I want to know, did you make that for sale sign? Because that is... And out of all the assets here, that one's my favorite because it has that like that perfect little scratches that you always see those signs with.
oh, let's go coin hunt.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're like clearly marked coins even. It's just like, hey, you want to buy this house? Got to go steal money from people.
And yes, Twitch chat, the that specific voice mod is called T-Pain.
Shade.
Shade.
Close. Not bad.
Gonna get copyright strike here.
He's going to do it. Oh. I'm reminded of an animated GIF as I walk through this pen. It's not an animated GIF, it's a short video where the guy was like, he was the GOAT! The GOAT! He's freaking out. You know what I'm talking about?
I do. I don't think there's a Barry White one. I mean, there's one that's just deep.
Hey, girl. Smooth jazz plays.
Hey, girl.
That's
How's it going?
That's not good.
That's not quite it.
That's not even close. Oh, man.
Oh, no.
You sound like a knockoff Kylo Ren when you do that one.
More!
That's when you go, this is not going to go the way you think. You know?
I'm looking for one. I'm not finding it. I mean, this could work. No? No, it doesn't quite do it.
It's basically exactly the same.
It's almost the same thing. Yeah.
Yep. There's a lot of coins here. Why is there a 50 kilometer per hour sign up here? I don't need this gate.
Sometimes you just want signs to put everywhere.
Oh,
Adam
that's
still
cool.
says the collisions weren't working properly on that NPC in the town when I published it. Also, I really love that back there. Can we go back and admire that?
Yes, but also I gotta lure the goats back with coffee. Yeah. National hero.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that is super cool. Goats, you want this? You want this delicious coffee? Get over here, goat. Am I supposed to be doing that? That's probably a different quest later.
Come on, goats.
Get over here, little goats. Oop. Come here, goat. Bro, you're the greatest of all time. What? No! Oh, you ate my coffee, you... Oh.
Nice.
Oh. Come here. Don't eat it. Don't actually eat it.
So, Totoro1829, hopefully I said your name right, over on Twitch, says, how come I can't hit enemies from afar using heavy attack, but in a recent stream, I saw that you could?
Sometimes the Z-plane alignment, like if you're down on this stair and it's above you, you can't hit it. But if you're on the same level, you should be able to.
Uh-oh. Stop luring goats.
Why?
We sequence broke.
I broke your game.
We should not be doing the goats part yet. You have to find, there's a question mark that the quest suggests.
This one?
So we have to go to with the 20 coins, yeah.
But I'm the goat. Sold. That's my bar. Or whatever.
Nice.
Music's happening. Bro.
Yes, eventually in these late night streams, we do go a little stir crazy.
What do you mean?
And you get some golden content. I'm just bringing out the voice mod now.
Oh, yeah. True. Bless way up. Augustus telling me you might come fit a few lessons. What? Feet a few lessons? For a few lessons? I don't know, bro. Feels weird. That one feels weird, but you know it. You live there. He tells me you want to be a reggae star. Let's start with the basics of music theory. I'm ready to learn. You're going to be interacting with this giant musical board behind me. I'll explain a concept. You show me you understand by spawning notes and crawling across the board, placing the correct asset in the right place. Oh, dang. The lines on the wall behind me are called the Grand Cliff. There are two clefs represented by two. Damn, you're genuinely teaching people how to make music right now. Treble clef is on top, melodies. Bass clef is on bottom, rhythms. Place the icons in the right places, respectively.
So we did see something similar from another entry, but it was just with simple beat creation, like with a mixer that you would produce with. Now, this is actually giving some information on what actual like music would be represented as on sheet music, which I liked quite a lot more.
Okay. That's a good start. There we go. Simple, you see. Remember, read carefully before you're ready to answer. You ready to keep going? Yes, sir. I'm ready for the next question. Let's go. All right, here we go. Clefs are broken into areas called measures. Beats in a song are broken into groups of notes that, when played for certain lengths of time, add to a predefined number of beats per area or measure. 4 beats per measure is common. Cool. Pick up the correct timing option that represents a song written in 4 beats per measure or common for timing. If there are 4 beats per measure, we're going to want a quarter note.
It's everywhere.
Give me a quarter note. What? Right? Am I an idiot? Oh.
You gotta lay down your timing first.
Pick up 4/4. Whoops. Pick it up. Drop. Wait.
It should lock into place. There you go.
There we go.
Adam Sales says, I love sheet music, and this is supposed to be the start of an educational series.
Okay.
That's
The
awesome.
travel and base staff are now broken up into regions or measures, which is 4 individual sectors. Mhm. Or rather, 3 sectors. But, oh no, that's right. 1, 2, 3, but the bars are there. All right. Within each region or measure, all the notes written can have no more than 4 beats total. 4 beats per measure. Okay. Notes represent the various sounds that are made and held for a certain number of beats. 3 basic notes to start learning are quarter notes, are held for 1 beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Let's go. Got a quarter beat. Half notes are sounds held for 2 beats. Okay. Whole notes are sounds that are held for 4. Great. Use the music note spawner beside me. Place 2 quarter notes and 1 half note in the first measure. In that order? We'll see.
We have a guest star.
Oh, there we go. Spawn a quarter note. Wait. But half note, quarter note. There we go. So it's showing where to place it, but the order of operations was, okay. This is a half note. But, okay, so the little box that you have is a hitbox for the actual half note. Is there a reason why it's so close there? I might like put it back a little bit more in order to make this easier for it to line up. The spawn of the other note doesn't really matter where it is, but placing it there is good. Half note. Let's respawn. Half note.
Warmed up a storm, buddy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a doggo.
Yes, this is Roland, everybody. He turns 9 this year. But he's still just a little puppy.
And a whole note. And we got it. Okay, we got the notes in. All right, you have promise. All right, let's build on the basics. Look at the board and watch the letters appear on the lines of the treble clef. Great. Oh. F, D, B, G, E. Okay. E, G, B, D, F. The opposite direction. Okay. And the spaces between the notes represent the letters in between them alphabetically. Face. Okay. This is a genuine, like, music class at this point, and I'm kind of getting, like, my brain wants to skip it, to be honest. Like,
Getting tired?
there's a lot of, well, I'm not, like, tired
it's
so
a
much
lot
as
of
just going, like, there's not enough interactivity for each function. There's a lot of text and then stuff here. We can
Right.
learn how to make music, but at this point, I'm not learning how to, like, I am absolutely learning how to make music, but I'm reading it out of a textbook instead of doing it with interactivity. So this
As
could
somebody who's
probably-
already done this, it's just kind of like, oh, cool, yeah, we're going over that again. It's good information to have. Like, it's a fun way to teach this. But for somebody first looking at it, I remember opening up those textbooks and going, oh, no, you know,
Right.
and just getting the slog of text and being like, this is overwhelming, right?
So I think this could be better served if all of the stuff that's happening on the board was happening on the floor. And, like, we're not... okay, so if I was to go through this, we can see it here, but if I mean, you got a lot of physical space out here in this section. This could be both of those groups, right, with your quarter notes and whatever. And so if you were having him at the front, and then they say, you know, show me where F, or go place the F, place the F, go place the D, go place the E, C, you know,
Right.
E,
But
G, E.
my major change that I would do here is break up these sections, add in a mini game in between.
That's what I
Right.
mean. Yeah, it's the same.
Like make in like the primary focus like make this the primary focus of the game, really. Because
Right.
this alone it's a ton of information to try and push on to folks. And when you have all that, it's usually going to take up a full game time because the games in the sandbox are 20 to 40 minutes, right? So
Yeah, and if you were to take this, you could also condense this down into like, let's just teach you really quickly, like not seeing necessarily the minutia of like, the 4/4 timing and that sort of thing. Like have it on the board. But if you had the board down and then you said like, okay, I'm going to take one like really well-known like reggaeton song and I want you to do the first 5 notes of it. And you've got this like, guitar thing laying out there because we picked a guitar, off the wall. So you've got the guitar sheet music. The sheet music is just laying out there. And it's like, go step here, 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 and here. And then, he gets excited and like starts like hitting you with like the lyrics one line at a time where like you sing along or whatever. And it does a couple lines of the lyrics. And then you say like, hey, you seem like you have promise. I could teach you the full ropes. Come see me over here. And you either name drop another experience where somebody could go play if they really wanted to learn, or another experience location if you had this published somewhere and you had another one published somewhere else. I think, because you're going to get your conversion rate to getting people to really learn, that if it does exist in the metaverse, then you could potentially like get people to sort of buy in on like from schools to buy in and say like they could go learn in the metaverse this thing, with in your after school program or something, whatever.
I love seeing the educational aspect of what people are doing with Sandbox. But as far as the WMG Game Jam goes, this is well done. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I love all the dialogue so far. But just spacing it out a bit would really aid to the playability here. Because it at the end of the day, it is a game, right?
Yeah, okay. At a G whole note on the third measure, at a C half note in the second measure. So, it's going to identify them there. So I need a half note, and I'm going to need a whole note, and
Totoro, all puppers are good puppers. All 7
right.
years old is still a puppy. Now, Jackie Chan, tell your doggo I say hello. Give him good 2 scritches.
Congratulations, you passed your first music lesson. That's enough on the music board for today. We'll increase the complexity the complexity next time you come in. Walk good. All right.
Okay.
You're going to need to form a band with a drummer, keyboardist, bass player, guitar player. I know a few talented artists. I thought I was a guitar player. We having 2 guitars in this band.
It's more common than you think.
All the time.
Yeah.
I know.
Got your rhythm? Mr. Winning hasn't been here in so long. How was your trip, sir? And yes, I shaved at the beginning of the year. We're going completely shave-free throughout the rest of the year. You guys get to see my beard grow in real time. The W is here.
There you go. All right. I have a feeling it has something to do with this bass I'm playing. Am I wrong? Well, nope. I'm going to put together a band. Okay, I'll do it. Wow. That's it? No quest? Nothing? Nice. Yeah, it's just lonely out here.
Cool.
Like I said earlier, not many people wanted these parts. I love playing the bass, and I love watching that gift, sharing that gift with other people. Look forward to hearing about our first practice. All right. Here's my signed contract. Dang, we signed a contract with this guy? A year with whomever you so choose. We'll see where this goes. Wow, open-ended contract even. He's like, I just want to do something, bro.
All right.
Not about this.
It's like, I'm just making music, dog. Like, let's go.
All right. Let's
Here
go,
for the heart and soul.
Let's go. Why interrupt a masterpiece being built? Go on, man. Leave the studio. Oh, man. Just want to know. Oh man, my headset's about to die. Actually, it's like beeping at me. Hopefully, it doesn't die halfway through. Gotta get. Oh, you want to close down that form for us real quick before we, getting close to wrapping up anyway?
Yeah, of course.
All right, you serious? Why would I want to join your band? I'm a precise timing machine. I play with the best. I graduated from their reggae school. All right, there we go. I don't really want to link up with other musicians, but if you can pick up a new set of drumsticks in town at the hardware store I'm in, got it. All right, we're gonna get the hardware store drumsticks. Oh, I gotta jump on the boats for this one. The boats are the way. I know, headset. Don't get mad at me. Just let me make it for 8 more minutes. What is it you want of me? I'm making a band. Want to join? Random person on an island? Well, that depends on what you can do for me. You need to catch some fish. Catch them with your bare hands. Oh, man. My bare hands. But I have just got regular hands. No! I was going to be able to grab it. I don't have bear's hands. Oh, my hands is freaking out. No! Get over here, bro. Wait, I gotta take it to him now? How would I hold this? This thing would... It's huge. There's no way I could carry this.
This fish would beat you up.
Easily take me away.
Oh man, I'm so glad I'm not doing that platforming. I would have failed that at least 17 times.
Oh. This one's particularly, I'm not going to say difficult, but...
It's pretty hard.
Get over here,
Oh,
fish.
he's going down. He's going down. You can catch him on the bottom.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a path.
Over here? All right, get over here, fish. Get over here and get caught. Got him.
Well, so again, this is this is a really solid experience through and through. You've built a great game, but now we got to look at what we've built this game for. And of course, you had limited time for it, which I commend that you've done so much in this short amount of time for the game jam. But when we start having quests like this one that sort of take away from the overall theme, which, it is Warner Music Group.
I can't. He won't take the fish. He says no. I don't think so.
Maybe grab the other one. Maybe they got to be done in order.
Probably.
But so we have you got to put the fish on the bobby.
But
when you have quests like this one, it kind of takes away from the overall theme and what we were trying to accomplish with the music. Even though that we are still, getting somebody to sign a contract for a band.
Okay. Getting some drumsticks. Yeah,
it's a lived-in world. This is just a great game.
Okay, I'm just gonna steal drumsticks. We're just stealing these.
It's not stealing. It's open use.
Sure. So let's say that we have started, getting our stuff together here. We're getting musically inclined again. These contracts are starting to get signed. People are vibing with the music after all this time. I would say, as we start to get integrated with music, you want to see that world evolve again. As I mentioned with the previous experience. So these clouds, bro, are that's fine. I can zoom in, but they're a little bit, I don't know, maybe they're a little bit low, or those clouds shouldn't be in that spot right there, just because
they're intrusive, but
yeah,
I think it's fun.
Yeah, I want to get high, so high. One love, one draw. That doesn't work. Someone else already has those lyrics. Whoa, There we go. Really need a keyboardist. Not much time these days, what with herding all my goats. Okay.
Gotta play the bass.
Play the bass. Wow. Wow, dude. Okay. This time, now he wants me to herd 5 goats, but there's only 3 goats left.
Is it possible to grab a plant and... Oh. Okay. So that sequence that we broke earlier, is that really going to mess things up now?
Why are you running away from the coffee, bro? I thought you liked the coffee. He's afraid of me. Does it not work?
I think because we showed up here early, the doors had opened for us.
Nope. They just walked right through the door. But that's still only 1 out of 5. So unfortunately, that's going to mean that the game is broken. And I can't finish it.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to finish it. But Adam, it is a great game. I really enjoyed playing through this. It is a fun story. The narrative beats with the Jamaican accents were fantastic. That was probably my favorite bit. And the educational part was awesome.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, keep up the good work. Like, I got nothing more.
Yeah, it's a great experience. And there are, obviously, as somebody with musical expertise, like, you're going to have a certain passion for something that might not be there by default for others. So I think when it comes to like the educational part, you'll want to probably continue to try to like marry those ideas that you have with somebody else who just wants it to be fun, and find that middle ground where they go, yeah, this is good, you know?
So yeah, I mean, to put onto that, like we've seen a lot of these game jam games have this massive scope and scale for their ideas. When they realistically, they don't have to be some grandiose adventure. It's fine to do it in bite-sized parts. And for this one especially, so you could get down that musical learning aspect, I would have done it in more of a bite-sized part. Also, can we please zoom in on that keyboard? Oh my goodness gracious, Adam! Like that's
a mixing
fantastic
board right there.
That's really good work.
Levels. All right.
Yeah, that's really good work. And Cyber Dragon over on Twitch has given a compliment and a shout out to Adam. Adam's a great creator, says Cyber Dragon. So,
what's up, Cyber?
No. Also, hey, VVox, finally poking her head out.
This guy over here, over on Twitter, named Rad Condad, needs to read off before my headset dies. It's literally beeping every quarter of a second right now.
Right.
Who won? The Wizzy NFT, friend.
And to the question, let me double check that they haven't won before.
All right.
They have not. We have a second Lauren G 783 over on twitch.com. Congratulations. To me saying, you are valued. Thank you for being here. And that goes out to all of you guys. We sincerely appreciate you out in the Sand Fam, or just stopping on by. Honestly. And they said, no, thank you. Really enjoy watching and be a part of the Sandbox community.
Hey!
Thank you so much, everybody. It seems like it's our time as Joe's headset is dying.
It's literally beeping so much.
It's getting him right now.
I'm freaking out, man. I'm freaking out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. We had an extra long stream. Hopefully we got a couple more games yet to play, so we'll get on to some of these other experiences in the near future. What do we got? What's haven't we done here?
We have to do Llama Land here on Monday, and Game Jam WMG Rhythm Rush. So we'll be looking forward to those on the next stream. And once again, thank you so much for being here, everybody.
Sounds good. All right, we'll see you guys soon, and we'll see you later. Let me just do that. Yep. Oh, yep.
Who we raiding?
I don't know. Whoever's over on Twitch.tv playing the Sandbox game right now, we'll be raiding them. Let's see if anybody's available. If not, YouTube, come hang out with us. See what's good.
Right.
Live, Twitter, Facebook, Twitter.
Oh.
You know?
Oh, Sir Alex Kamisaze himself.
What? Is Alex live? What's he
Yeah, we
doing
gotta go raid Alex.
in this video game?
Oh, he's still
All right.
playing Final Fantasy.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's go. Oh, it's Friday. Yeah, it's Final Fantasy Friday. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not raid Alex? He started this whole thing. Let's go. Let's go raid Alex.
Get a full circle up on this.